Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Knowledge in Relationships M3 TV News, the stream that gives you the best news. This is your boy M3, and I have First Lady Tammy and I have Grizzly Bear Harris.
Hey, what's
hello. Salutes to Brittany B that's in the chat, and K Marion as well too. All right. Brittany B will be joining us pretty soon. So, excuse me. I'm gonna just go straight to the topic so you guys will know the title. But the title is Justice has been served, but it's only the beginning for Ahmaud Arbery. Now, to kind of catch you guys, up to speed, for the ones who don't really know, Ahmaud Arbery was an African guy, and he was jogging in he's from Savannah, Georgia, and he was jogging like in this neighborhood where a few white people felt threatened by him. And I'm just going to try to cut it short as much as possible because we will begin to the question shortly. But long story short, they looked at him as a threat. A small family of Europeans came by. They had a shotgun for him, and he was tussling. They was just tussling around, and basically they just shot him. And so we're gonna talk more about that because fast forward, they had a trial that lasted for a year, and justice has been served, but likewise, it's still only the beginning for us. And Atlanta Thrasher says, "You got a freaking courtroom? What the heck? Do you have a maternity ward too? Do white people feel threatened by it? What?" Well, we're about to dig in and find out some more, Atlanta Thrasher. But thank you for tuning in. So, with that being said, right, let's go ahead and jump into the first question. The first question is, when you first heard about what happened to Ahmaud Arbery, what were your thoughts?
I'm like, my whole first thought was, why is he still perceived as a threat when he's jogging through his neighborhood? And I'm like, and I feel like the people who shot him was just plain ignorant. That's my whole first thought. I just feel like they were just being plain ignorant of a black man just being able to jog through his neighborhood, get healthy, get in shape. And I don't feel like this whole thing should have even gone down in the first place.
I hear you. Okay. What's your thoughts, First Lady Tammy?
So, no, I was laughing because you called them Europeans. I thought that was funny. So here's the thing. So I disagree with Grizzly Bear Harris because it wasn't ignorance. It was privilege is what it was. They weren't ignorant. They knew what the hell was going on. They knew what the hell they wanted to do. So that wasn't ignorance about him being there. They thought because of who they are, they could use the way they want to. And we got this black man jogging down the street. Oh, we think he did something. We're gonna try to take it into our own hands.
Get that boy.
It wasn't about them being. They knew, and I think because of the way things are in their mind, they figured that we're gonna go to court. I'm gonna try to use this self-defense, strategy, and it's gonna be all good. And I almost feel like they have conversations like, don't even trip, don't even worry. Let's just say it was this, and then we're gonna be all right. I feel like because if you ever watch I love watching the verdicts. I do because they always have this look of shock when the verdict comes in. Like even with George Floyd, if you watched when the verdict came in, I mean, he had this look on his face like, did they really just say I was like did I really hear them say I was guilty? Like did I really hear that? So there's always this look of shock because it doesn't typically happen. So there's this look of, oh my gosh, like they really said I'm guilty. They really said I'm guilty. So when I first heard about what happened to him, and it's interesting, when I hear these stories, I like to watch over and over again, just to kind of see what is gonna come out as far as what people may say, oh, he did this. Because when they shoot somebody that, not, European, as you say. They always try to say, well, he did this and he was doing this. And, they always bring up these past things as if to say, when the person got shot, the person that shot them knew all these things about this person and made their determination to shoot them based off of that. But in reality, when they choose to shoot somebody, you don't know anything about that person. You just make a determination on what you see, not necessarily what you know. You need to quiet. So when I heard about what happened, it was overall sad, especially because he got shot in February and they weren't even arrested till May. So all kinds of questions come up, like he was shot in February, then you have April, February, March, April, 3 months later, they're arrested 3 months later. So that's where my irritation comes in, because it took that long for them to even make an arrest. So that's where my irritation comes in. But when you see that, you almost think, okay, well, nothing's going to happen. Like, nobody's going to get convicted, because that's always typically what you see, is that there is a charge, but not a conviction that follows.
Right.
So that's the thing, is that when I heard about it, I wasn't sure what was going to come from it. I wasn't sure if there was going to be any type of anything that was going to come out in a good way. So when you see things like that, it's just sad, because of the fact that he wasn't doing anything. He was just jogging. So the fact that they felt that they had the privilege that they do to tell him to stop, and that's one of the things that they said in court, if he would have just stopped. And it's just funny that in their mind, oh, well, this is all he needed to do. This is all he needed to do. And as if to say, what makes you think that you're that great that he had to stop for you? Like, why did he have to stop just because you told him just stop? Like, he didn't have to. That's privilege talking. That privilege, like, when I tell him to do something, he need to do it. That's that privilege talking. So there's all kinds of privilege that was shown throughout the whole thing. And so the fact that they shot him, the fact that it took 3 months for them to get arrested, the fact that, in their mind, they thought that using a self-defense, thing was going to be able to get them off. It's ridiculous. So when I first heard about it, there are all kinds of things that went through my head. But the first thing that goes through is, okay, they're going to get charged, but they're not going to get convicted. That's the whole thing. So, yeah.
I guess for me, when I say ignorance, is just for the fact that this whole black and white thing, this whole racist thing, it's like, okay, when I say, I guess, how, like, when people want to make fun of other people, I call it ignorancy, because people are, I feel like they were being stupid, because a black man is not going to do nothing to you. All he's doing is just mind. As my friend would say, as my friend Frodo would say, all he was doing was minding his own black ass business and leaving them alone. And that's why I feel like I say ignorance, because you feel threatened by a black man, and you know that he's not doing nothing to you, but out of spite, out of ignorance, you feel like you have to mess with this. You feel like you have to mess with him.
Well, they feel like
that's what I said.
Yeah. I still don't think they were stupid, though.
No, they know what he was doing.
I don't think that they thought he was stupid. Like I said, it's a matter of, when you know that you have a certain type of privilege, you think you can do certain types of things, and there is no repercussions for you. You're not held accountable. So when you're not held accountable, you're not going to really care. You're going to when they went out there and did that, their thought was, okay, he's not supposed to be in this neighborhood. We need to get rid of him. He ain't supposed to be here. We need to take care of that. That's the mentality of, this is my neighborhood and you ain't supposed to be here. So let me show you what happens when you come in a neighborhood where I don't think you're supposed to be. So
yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I gotta read this chat for Gator Girl. She says, peace, knowledge and relationships and panel. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. We sure did. I'm grateful to those animals were convicted. hopefully the sentences will be right too as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Definitely, I want to give a warm shout outs and a welcome back to Gator Girl 04. She's definitely been supporting our live streams. Once in a while she'll even donate too though. But hey, every donation is a good donation that goes towards the live stream. So I definitely want to make sure that I give you my thanks. And she says, "I see you, First Lady. Hair looks great." Yeah, that's Poetic Justice, Tammy.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Gator Girl.
Yeah. See, the thing is, my thoughts on this, I feel like when they saw him in their neighborhood, right? In their mind, I feel like because those people are so privileged, in their own right, that they feel like they could just pretty much do whatever they want to do. And I think the shocker was that when they got convicted to be guilty, they were just thinking that, oh, okay, I could just get away with it, and then everything would be all good, and then we're just gonna go back to living like a hunky-dory lifestyle. So,
hey, oh my God, yeah, yo, we up, yo. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. The time is up. The time is now. They can't see us. The time is now. We the franchise, but we shining now. They can't see us. The time is now. You know what I'm saying? The time is now, baby. We are back. Exactly. Not relationships. We are in the building, baby. You know what I mean? Mr. If you know is here. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I am back. You know what I mean? With the team, no, I am that. Now the relationships, y'all ain't stopping that. Y'all can't see because simply the rain ain't gone. You know what I'm saying? We here. It's our time. We raining, baby. Listen, in 3. Right, Lady Tammy. You know what I'm saying? I will be back. Okay? Yeah, this ain't even an intro. Remember, this is the intro. I ain't even on the show yet. I'll be back. And when I come back, it's on. You know what I mean? But I just had to do that M3. Man, great to see you, man. Man, look, man. I've seen the pictures from your vacation, brother. Woo, you was chilling. I seen you. You know what I mean? First Lady Tammy. You know what I mean? I seen the videos yesterday you did. Oh, this was cool. Hey, Gator Girl. What's up, girl? Yeah, I'm Geek. What's up, girl? You know what I mean? Brittany B. What's up? You know what I mean? I don't even know who you talking about. He said he changed his name. I don't know who you talking about. But yeah. Anyway, listen, y'all. You know what I mean? Love y'all. I'm gonna be back. You know what I'm saying? Brittany B, you supposed to be on the show too, girl. Where you at, Brittany B? Where you at? Leonard Thrasher, what's up, baby? I'm glad that we are back. Now the relationship is back, man. We are back. Oh man. Woo, I know y'all missed. Did you miss me? Did you miss me? You know what I mean? Yeah. I'll be back, y'all. Later.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, if you don't know, now you know that yeah. Atlanta Threat says, if you see a stranger in your neighborhood and feel like there's a real threat, then you call the cops and they'll check it out. That's why we pay taxes.
So here's what's interesting. So in the city that they're in, and I think it could be Georgia, they have like their citizens arrest law. But what I was listening, because I was listening watching some videos, things like that. So that law was actually that was from the 1800s, and had to do with slavery. So the citizens arrest law had to do with slavery when it was first implemented. But also it's a matter of what else I was listening to. They were saying that it has to be in your immediate vision, I guess you could say, in order for you to do that. So it can't be that you suspect somebody of doing something. It has to be where you actually saw them do it right there in your vision. So you and seeing somebody running down the street is not you see them stealing anything in your immediate sight. That's not what that is. So, but they took it upon themselves to do what they called a citizen's arrest. And I say what they called a citizen's arrest because in their mind, that's what they say it was. But that's the thing, even in that case, you're supposed to detain the person, but you went out there with a shotgun with purpose of what you used it for. So, because to detain someone, you don't need a shotgun to detain the person. And that's the thing is that even if you detain them with that citizen's arrest thing, they don't have to stay. They can, if they escape, then they escape. So, but it's just crazy, the whole thing, the way it turned out, and what the final result was. That's the part that I love. So,
yeah.
Yes, and K. Marion said when Sean was sentenced, was referred to by first, he does look surprised that he was found guilty of. Yes, I'm telling you. If
Yo,
you
kid.
and watch the video, it is hilarious. He has this look. The look is like, did they really just say, like, did I hear? They really said I was guilty? Like, are they serious that they really convicted me? They really said I'm guilty. So it's one of the funniest things, the look he has on his face. But that just shows the privilege that is there, because he has that look in disbelief. And I was saying to somebody, I almost think that when the cops that do those things, I feel like they have conversations and they have this checklist of different things that they do and say, okay, we're going to see if we can get away with this. And they have a checklist. And if someone gets charged but not convicted, they're like, okay, that one's good to go. We can do that one. This is what we're going to say if we end up having to go to court. But now with what Derek Chauvin did, the one that got convicted of George Floyd, in his case, they were like, oh, so we can't do what he did. We can't put the knee on the neck for that long. We can't have this, hands in our pockets. We can't do all that kind of stuff, because if we do, we go to court, then it's a done deal. So, but here's another thing, is that I find it interesting that with the George Floyd and the Ahmaud Arbery, both of those had a cell phone video that was used, where you have the other ones where when it's a dash cam, those ones they don't go through. So when it's like the police's camera, it doesn't work. But when it's somebody's cell phone video, and you ever like watch some videos, they tell people to stop recording. They tell you, stop recording, don't record us. But that's the thing, is that had someone not had one of the guys, and that's the funny part, is the guy that did the video, he ended up getting convicted. I think that right there is hilarious to me, that you recorded it and then you for what you record. So I found that part to be hilarious too. But yeah, it's just interesting to me, because like I said, there is this privilege that they are aware of. So it's not even like they don't know it. They're aware of it. And so because the privilege has won so many other times, they have no reason to think that something's going to happen. They have no reason to think that there's going to be a conviction. So when there is a look of shock or anger or any of those kind of things, because in their mind, well, how come this happened to me and didn't happen to this other person before? How come I'm going to get convicted and they didn't? And then not only that, they still have to go back to court in February, because they have federal charges that they have to do, that they have to go to court for.
Exactly.
So, I mean, their whole court journey is not done. And in Georgia, the minimum sentence is life in prison. So with the judge, the decision he has to make is whether it's with or without parole. That's the only decision he has to make. But all of them are going to get life in prison. Like, that's the minimum sentence out there.
Well, first, can we just play like oh my God, right? Because it's going to be life.
Yes.
Life. Reminds me of that Life movie with Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy, man. So,
right.
But you know what? And this is the funny part. By the way, K. Marion also sent the link, and I have it up here as well too. If you want to like check out the reaction, I think that in order for this to be fair use, you play up to like a minute, then you pause, and then you skip maybe a couple of seconds. That's what I heard from someone else, like when I was like hopping in someone's podcast. But we'll see how it goes. But where's my fair use guys at? I need y'all to type in fair use for me though, because I'm lazy. But we're gonna play the reactions face.
Oh yes, please do. Please play it.
They were very clear. That is the only way they willingly share the video of the murder. It makes sense. The video was their own news. Yes.
Yep.
Because I was going to ask, like, what did you gain from, like, I mean, here's the thing. Okay. I mean, thank God that they was that stupid enough to film everything that they was doing. But it was like, initially, like, what did you get out of that? You know what I mean? So Anyways, let me go ahead and bring this down real quick. Yeah, fair use, allegedly. This is Calvin's being played. Let's see. This is
Chauvin.
How you pronounce it again?
Chauvin.
Oh, so this is Chauvin's being played now. Fair use. Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Fair use.
Yes,
all right.
Please play this, please.
All right. I got you, though. I got you. Oops. Hold on. Wrong one. Okay. All right. Here we go, y'all. Oh, wait, hold on for a minute. First Lady Tim, you still around? Okay, there you are. All right, you ready?
All rise for the jury.
Can you hear the audio?
Yeah. Well, not right this second.
All right, please be seated. Members of the jury, I understand you have a verdict.
Oh, hold on for 1 second. Wait, Atlanta Thatcher says it's muted. He says he can't hear.
Yeah, you can hear it now though when you just played it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, there we are. Okay, I can hear the audio and see the video. Okay, good. I just want to make sure my people's right. You know, Atlanta Thatcher had to get his ears right. So, all right, let's go.
Members of the jury, I will now read the verdicts as they will appear in the permanent records of the 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota, County of Hennepin, District Court, 4th Judicial District. State of Minnesota Plaintiff versus Derek Michael Chauvin, Defendant. Verdict, Count 1. Court file number 27, CR 20-12646. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to Count 1, unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:44 p.m. Signed, juror 4-person, juror number 19. Same caption, verdict count 2. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 2, third-degree murder, perpetrating an eminently dangerous act, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Signed by jury 4-person, juror number 19. Same caption, verdict count 3. We, the jury, in the above entitled matter as to count 3, second-degree manslaughter, culpable negligence, creating an unreasonable risk, find the defendant guilty. This verdict agreed to this 20th day of April, 2021 at 1:45 p.m. Jury 4-person 019. Members of the jury, I'm now going to ask you individually if these are...
I'm sorry. I'm just.
Do you see this? He has this look like wait a minute. Like wait.
That guy was like, he was like, wait.
I can't help it. Right, like he's like. Right, like could you repeat that? Like, I don't think I heard that correctly. Like my whiteness didn't help me out this time. My privilege wasn't a privilege.
Hey, so much for that, right?
I don't know.
Well, I gotta play that one more time. There we go. I forgot to turn my Bluetooth on. There we go. Now it will be loud enough for me to hear it. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
He's waiting for someone to pop out and says it's opposite.
I was like, I was in class at the time. No, I was doing distance learning. And I told the kids, okay, I said, I need a couple minutes. So I turned my video off so I could watch it. And yeah. I was, yeah. When I saw that, oh yeah, yes. And he was, yes, like K Marion says, he was found guilty on all counts, on all counts. So yeah, yes, definitely, yeah. That was comedy. I'm sorry. That was
Yeah.
comedy. So yeah.
Yeah, he probably wish it was like on April Fool's Day.
What did Atlanta Thrasher say? He said he waited for the Wait, no. He was waiting for Ashton Kutcher to pop out and say he was being Oh goodness, yes. Ooh, no, but no, it was opposite day because his whiteness didn't work, so it was opposite day for him.
So he really did get punked.
Oh damn, yeah. So that was that. Yeah. So yeah, but I mean, you know, that's that privilege that does that. That's that privilege that gives you that look of disbelief. That's that privilege that does that. So when you're used to that privilege, always working out, you know.
Man,
so, yeah.
Hey, like a cat that has like 9 lives, he must have used his privilege points. So
yeah. But you know what? So even with that, there were other people that had filed complaints against him, and they still and nothing happened to him. And then one of the things I thought was interesting that they didn't bring up the fact that they worked together. Him and George Floyd had actually done security together at a club. And there was a video that I had watched where they were interviewing his former boss. And she said that he did not want to work the urban nights. He did not want to work the urban nights. And so he had this real, and she said she knew it was about race. She knew that. So yeah, so it was very interesting. The whole thing was just interesting. And I like now with the this case, the one with the McMichaels and that other guy, I didn't necessarily watch all of the different witnesses and all that kind of stuff. With the George Floyd one, I was very, very into that. I was watching the different testimonies and all that kind of stuff. So, and it's interesting, even with the sentencing, I had to look up because my mother was like, you know, he should have got charged with first-degree murder. But I was telling her, you know, the degrees are depending on the intent. So first degree means that when he left his house that day, that was his intent. Like, I'm gonna find George Floyd and I'm gonna kill him. That was his intent. Second degree is that wasn't his intent when he left the house. But then when he started doing what he did, that was his intent once he started doing what he did. So yeah, so there's the first degree, which he couldn't have gotten. Like, that just wasn't a possibility. That's why people were saying he would have never gotten first degree. The second degree he got. So yeah.
Yeah. Sociopaths don't realize they're getting away with anything because they never see anything wrong with their actions.
That's true. That is true.
Kimmy says there are 3 officers that were there. I don't know what their verdicts were, nor when they had their trials. Chauvin was the hands-on neon killer though.
Yeah.
And Atlanta Thrasher says, I'm not talking about Floyd for your information. Yeah, we know.
Yeah. I might look that up as far as the other ones when it came to George Floyd, the other part, because I know I can't remember when they're supposed to have their trial. I think it's not till next year. I'm gonna have to look it up though. So it'll be interesting to see what because I know had they had their trial, it would have been publicized. Like, it would have been on, all different channels, things like that. So they didn't have that one. So yeah. But it's sad that we're so used to there not being a conviction that we're almost numb to it. So when we have it where someone gets arrested, you know, when someone's like, oh, you know, they charged someone, that's like, yeah, there's a charge, but there's never a conviction. That's always what we think. And it's so sad that we're so numb to that we get used to that. So it's nice when there's something different that happens. That's what's nice. When justice actually does get served for that, it's nice to see that. You know, it needs to happen more often, because there's all these other stories about, you know, that you see about these people that don't do anything. Like, I know there was one story about a security officer who got shot by the police because they thought I think he was the person that was doing something in the club or whatever. And he wasn't. He was actually the person that was holding the person that was causing all the craziness. And the police ended up shooting the security guard, thinking he was the one that was doing it when he wasn't. So, so even like Breonna Taylor, like there's so many of these different stories, too many of these stories that you hear where things don't happen. And that's the sad part about it is that, you know, now you have it where people say, oh, yeah, this is great, but let's see how long it lasts. And even then I have my own theory that I almost feel like they do something to make you think there's going to be a change. Like they give you a little bit to give you the impression that things are going to be different. But it's almost like it's not, if things will be different because they'll change their tactics. They'll change their tactics. So, so that's the thing that I say that I don't like is because I feel like that's what happens is that they give you a little bit to give you hope. And then they do some things to take that hope back. Like, let's give you a little bit to make you think it's going to be good. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
I don't even think it's about like, well, a little bit, but I feel like the internal motive is like you have a situation like the Kyle Rittenhouse. Mm-hmm. Even though he only shot up like, you know, his own European people, you know, but the thing is, you know, people are feeling some type of way about that. Mm-hmm. Now, I feel like they probably already had that in mind that look, if something like this was going to happen where it's obvious that these group of men came, shot this guy up, and he's minding his own business trying to fight for his life, and it's obvious, but we let them free, you know what I mean, then it's going to be another riot, another teardown in the city, you know, and they're definitely not going to let that go. And so I feel like once in a while, it's like, okay, we got to show them at least that, you know, we care, but even though we really technically don't care, but we want to make sure we get the monkeys off our backs. Right. You know, no pun intended, but you know what I mean. Atlanta Thatcher says, my question to you all, do you think that these three people had a chance of getting away with it?
I mean, I think they thought they did. That's why they used the whole self-defense because I think they've seen that work before. So they've seen it work before. So in their mind, let's try this because it's worked before and it'll work for us. So, and then of course the jury, I think there was only one black guy in the jury. Everybody else was not black. Yeah. Well, so they also felt like that, like when they saw the jury, they're like, okay, yeah, it's gonna be cool, it's gonna be great. So, I mean, I don't think they would have gotten away with it. But you have to look at all these other stories where it goes to court and there's a trial, and you think the person is not gonna get away with it, and they do. So it's almost like you have to wait till the end, till the jury, to see if they do, because even if there's great testimony against the person that's doing it, and there's great evidence against the person that's doing it, that's not always a guarantee that they're going to get convicted. Mm-hmm. So that's the thing, is that you may think, but you really do have to wait, and like it's almost like you waiting, like you don't even want to have that hope until the jury comes back and says that there's guilty. Even if we go back to George Floyd, a lot of people didn't think that he, like I had a thing with somebody that they were like, oh, he's gonna get off, and I was like, no. I was like, he's gonna get convicted of one or all of those. He's gonna get convicted of at least one. And a lot of people were like, no, he's not, and he ended up getting convicted of all of them. But that's the thing, is that, like I said, we're so used to there not being a conviction that we don't usually think there's going to be one. Even when we see the evidence and we see clearly there should be one, a lot of times there's not one. So we don't expect there to be one. And I don't even think that's going to change now. I don't think that's going to change that. I don't think that's going to change now that we got the conviction with these three guys. I don't think it's going to change that people are going to think that, you know, there's hope. They may have a little bit, but like I said, I feel like they give you some to make you think things are going to be different. And then they take it back. Just like, we gave you this, now we're going to go ahead and do this. So yeah.
All right. So this guy named Kevin says, "How come the dude who didn't kill anyone get convicted of the murder?"
So he got convicted because he also boxed in Ahmaud Arbery. So he was one of the people that was boxing them in, and he hit him with his truck. So yeah. So the thing about it is, the dude in the other truck was the one filming. So the one that was in the one that was filming, he was one of the people that boxed him in, so he couldn't get away. So he was. So it's like you're guilty by association. These are things like you're guilty by, like his ass should have stayed. All three of they asses should have stayed home. His ass, I bet he's pissed off that he did that. I bet he's pissed off because he probably thought, okay, I did this video. It's gonna be okay because I'm showing what they did. But no, like that's your ass. Like you did that video, and now that's your ass. You going down too. So he didn't get convicted of all the charges. But as far as boxing men, yeah, he got charged with that because he was part of that. But of course, he didn't get charged with the malice murder. The only one that got charged. So the son got charged with all 9 counts. The dad got charged with 8 out of 9, and then the other guy that did the filming, he got charged with 6 out of 9. So he got the least amount of charges guilty. And the son got the most. And the son, the reason why he's the only one that got the malice murder charge was because he's the one that actually shot Ahmaud Arbery. The dad didn't shoot him, but because the son is the one that did, he's the one that got charged with that. So,
well, he's the one who got like pretty much like all the charges.
Yeah.
And I think that like the dad probably had like 5 or 6 charges. I forget how many charges there was like in total.
There was 9.
Okay.
There was 9. Yeah. So the son got all 9. The dad got 8 out of 9, and then the other guy, he got 6 out of 9.
Yeah. No matter what, I'm like, you're all rolling together for one man in a pickup truck. You knew like you had a weapon, and it wasn't like you was filming anything to try to say, hey, like this is me trying to stop them to try to de-escalate the situation. Right. This is you trying to roll with your pack and try to escalate the situation. Now, like I said, you filming for a reason. Now, I don't know if he thought like, okay, if someone was to go down, I'm going to use this footage and be like, yo, I'm the hero. You know, I see we filmed this or whatever. You know, he probably thought in that way, but you also put yourself in that situation where you are guilty by association.
Yeah. Now, had he stayed in his truck and followed far behind but kept recording, I don't think anything would happen to him because of the fact that he wouldn't have been boxing him in. He wasn't even close. So, but because he chose to involve himself in it, hey, you chose to involve yourself. So he says, I feel bad for the guy who filmed. It's some neighborhood watch or whatever. It was knocked on my door. I was like, get in your truck and follow me. There's a guy going into houses. But that's the thing is that I don't know if they knocked on his door. I don't think they knocked on his door. I think he just seen what was going on and he got in his truck and was like, boom.
Hold on, first I tell you, we gotta be real about this situation, right? Because when it comes, and I'm just gonna be flat out, right? When it comes to these people, right? Everybody always want to have an excuse for something, okay? But when it comes to our side of people, then it's like, oh, well, it's obvious why or this, and that. I don't feel bad for no one because your intent was not for something that's good anyway. We can't use these scenarios like, oh, if someone was knocking, into these, breaking into like our houses or doing some type of criminal activity, then come out there. Look, the moment you see that a person's unarmed, he's going about his business. He's literally trying to run from you guys. He's not trying to start no shit. But then yet you pulling out your guns, aiming and shooting at him. Why would I be sorry? Why would I feel sorry for you being associated with that? You could have just stayed your ass home. You could have been the one to call the police. Now the police probably would have shot him. You know, I don't put anything past that. But the point is, you know, if you was that terrified of a black man just jogging around the neighborhood, and you felt like he was doing some suspicious activity, why would you try to play the hero? Would you have that same energy with your own people? You gotta understand there is some racist intent behind that, and so whatever comes to them, I don't feel sorry for neither one of them. You know, the only thing that I would just say is don't drop the soap, get the lotion ready, because Big Bubba's gonna butt fuck you, and that's it. Wait, hold on. Brittany B says, Atlanta, I'm here. And then it says, Brittany, see, you go where you're needed. And then K Marion says, let's see, Kevin, I think Atlanta Thrasher has it right. In the case of the sociopaths, they think they are doing something intentionally right. The filmer can see with his eyes a guy running away from trouble. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that sociopathic mentality.
And that's the thing that you have to think, because he didn't stay back. He involved, even with him recording, he involved himself in that situation. So my thinking is that when he did his recording, it wasn't to, you know, make sure that everybody saw what happened. It was to so that if they ended up going to trial, if they used whatever defense they wanted to use, that it would look like that's what it was. That's what was in his head, was like, let's have this video so that we can say this is what really happened, and then we can use that if we go to court. So it wasn't, let me make sure I record this so that, you know, they can get justice for Ahmaud. No, that wasn't the intent. So the thing is that you have to look at, even with the whole them trying to do a citizen's arrest or whatever, you didn't need your gun to do that. That wasn't necessary. The fact that he brought a gun, he brought it with the intent to use it. So that's what that, even with the Kyle Rittenhouse thing, he got that gun with the intent to use it. So when you make a certain choice, you have to take accountability for the choices that you make. So, I mean, you know, I bet they're wishing they would have made a different choice that day. So.
Exactly.
But that's the thing, is even with me saying that, they may not wish that they had made a different choice, because in their mind, we got rid of one black person. So I might be doing life in prison, but at least there's one less black person on the earth. So it's crazy.
Right. Sorry, I had like a notification, right? Because on the on the Facebook end, they already gave me like a little like copyright strike because I played a video. I'm like, God damn, you know, what can you not play? I mean, shit. Can you play something for? I mean, even though those are for entertainment, but also they're for, you know, educational purposes as well too. So
I mean, but that's the thing, is you can share those though. Even on Facebook, if they play a video, you can share it. And there's a copyright strike for that. So why would you get a copyright strike for that? Yeah, so that doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. People are, you know, they're butthurt, you know, but it's all good. Luckily, it was like a short clip anyway. It just goes to show the best course of action is to stay out of it. That part I do agree. Yep. I don't want to tag along with two dudes with guns.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, right? I'll say in a better way. It's best to kind of stay out of their way, but that doesn't mean it's like do not get involved, because it could have been a situation, right, where it could have been different. It could have been somebody, right? Not just some black person, but anybody, you know, robbing or doing something suspicious. And if you feel threatened, you know, try to report that to the police. That's the first course of action that I would say, you know, because at least you're contributing something. As long as it's not your intent to trying to harm somebody, be a vigilante or try, you know, be like Batman. Like, well, no, I can't use Batman because Batman don't kill nobody. But you know,
but you have to look like George Zimmerman.
Mm-hmm.
He was on the phone. He was on the phone with the police when he was talking about Trayvon Martin. and he was following him and all that kind of stuff. So, and the sad thing with that one is that
they told him to fall back.
He called the police, and he still decided to involve himself in a way he didn't need to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy. Like, you have to make sure that when you call the police, your intent is a phone call and nothing more than a phone call, because you are not the police, even if you are retired. Because the dad, I think he was retired for the police. So even if you're retired, retired means that ain't your job no more. So let the people that are still doing that job handle business. Don't take it upon yourself to do something that is not your responsibility.
Exactly. By the way, people, man, if y'all want to join in, like, have a conversation, right here where I posted, this is the stream link. So, both men and women are welcome to join in anytime. And yes, definitely. I missed that part. So let me read that part. But let's say I'm on a neighborhood watch, and I try to box a guy in so he doesn't get away before the police get there. If someone kills him, then I'm going to jail. See, and I get where you're coming from, Kevin, right? So, not worth it. So, my best advice, right? It's like, because it's a tough situation. Look, I've been in a situation where, people broke into like our house, while we was gone. And so in your mind, in my mind, I'd be like, man, I wish somebody was to do something, instead of like, as far as taking a snapshot, I would want somebody to call the police or rough them up in that emotional sense. But logically, you don't want to get nobody caught up because you don't know if the person has something that would be ready to shoot you. You know what I mean? Like, It's just not worth it. Sometimes it's just worth like just letting them go, and hopefully, hope to God that the police will catch them or somebody will catch them. But you want to make sure that you stay safe, because if you have a family, you don't want to leave your family behind right up for someone else's mistakes. Mm-hmm. Well, I wouldn't say that was a mistake they made, but that was a heinous crime. Mr. If you don't know, now you know. No.
Hey, what's up, family?
Hey. What's up, man?
I'm back, baby. I'm back. Yeah. I'm officially back now. You know what I mean? Yes. First Lady Tammy, M3. I love you guys. You know what I'm saying? DJ Eddie. Where you at, DJ Eddie? I love you too, man. Let's get the show going. You know what I mean? Happy holidays, everybody. Now the relationship is definitely in the building. You know
exactly.
that. Woo, we got
from us to you.
Woo, anyway. We got some content coming for y'all, boy. I'm telling you. All right, let's get it going.
You know what's funny? Like, man, we've been on like the first topic for a minute, and we have like 7 more questions too. Yeah. So I'm like, let's go ahead and jump to the number 2. Let me see. Were you surprised when you heard the verdict? I think we covered that part.
Yeah.
Let's go down to number 3 real quick. Do you agree with the verdict for all 3 men? Why or why not? Slow down. Do you agree with the verdict for all 3 men? Why or why not? Okay.
Go ahead, Tammy.
And that's something that the check also answer as well too.
What'd you say?
Tammy, go ahead. You first, Tammy. Ladies first.
No, I mean, I definitely agree with it. And it's interesting because it's like you're surprised. So I will say, we kind of asked this with the lot. We've been talking about this for a while. I would say I was surprised by the verdict, but I already said that that's the thing, is that we're so numb when they have these trials, because a lot of times there is not a conviction. So you're like, it's almost like you're on pins and needles till you hear it from the jury that the person is guilty, because a lot of times they're not. So, I mean, I could say I was surprised by it because I didn't know what to expect. And that's the thing, even with video evidence, that's not a guarantee. That's not a guarantee that it's going to be guilty. Even with evidence, there's not a guarantee it's going to be guilty. So you never know what to expect when it goes to trial. You have to wait to the very end, because even if you say, I know they're going to be guilty, I know it, you could get a surprise at the end, like not guilty. So, and that's the thing, is that people might have thought that maybe the dad and the son would be guilty, but not the guy who filmed it. I think some people might have thought that. And even the guy that filmed it probably thought he was going to be all right. He probably thought he was going to be cool because in his mind, well, I didn't really do anything and I filmed it. So they was able to know about it because I filmed it. I could see that being in his mind. So I'm pretty sure he was probably surprised when he was guilty. But yeah, I mean, I do agree with it. And like I said, in Georgia, the minimum sentence is life in prison. That's the minimum. So the judge's only decision is whether they're going to have parole or not. So, so yeah. And then, like I said, in February, they got to go back because they got federal charges they got to answer for. So along with that life sentence that they going to get, they going to have some other stuff they going to have to deal with. So, so yeah, I do agree with the verdict because I think all three of them should have been guilty. I was surprised, but not really, because in my mind, when I saw the video and heard different things as far as the testimony and all that kind of stuff, in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, definitely. But like I said, you can have that in your mind that they're gonna be guilty. You can have that in your mind, but you really don't know if they're gonna be guilty until the jury's verdict comes back. So, and like I said, there was only one black guy on that jury. I think all the rest of them were white. I could be mistaken, but I know there was only one black guy there. So that's another thing that you got to look like. Okay, there's only one black guy there, so it could go either way, kind of thing. So, but I'm glad it went the way it did. So that's what I have to say.
You know what? Hey, hold on. Oh, you know what? Hold on. We're gonna do this right. We're gonna do this right. DJ Eddie, what up, baby?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Let's be back, everybody. Let's kick the show off right. Y'all ready?
Who's that guy?
Which one?
Who said who's just missing my name right there?
Huh?
Who's that guy right there?
Wait. Oh, you talking about that guy? That guy
right there. Yeah.
It's your new it's the new network manager. It's the new network manager.
The other guy was fired. Oh,
let's kick
man.
the show off right. Let's kick the show off right. Y'all ready?
Wait. Before we kick the show off right, I got to acknowledge something right here, right? If you look at us right now, man, the power, the original, the starting roster is here together, right? Woo! It ain't nothing like having like the good holidays with all four of us here, man. The First Lady Tammy, Mr. If you don't know, now you know. For now,
if you know, you know.
You know what? We should just call him the man with many names. And then he said, "Mr. The man with many names." We're gonna call him, because next time he's gonna be something else. And then we have DJ Eddie King.
Yeah. What's going on, y'all?
Exactly. He's like, it's Mr. Steal Your Gimmick 84. I'm like,
that's right. That's right.
Tabby, I see you up there. I see you.
We back, girl. We back before you miss me. You know what I mean? Before you miss us. I'm here. What's the topic? Sherelle, the topic is the Ahmaud Arbery trial. Yeah. But come in, girl. I sent you the link too. You know what it is, family. Come on in, girl. Come on in. You know what I mean? Happy holidays, everybody. But yes, everybody, we are back. Welcome to Knowledge and Relationships. We are here. We are back. I know you missed us. Did you miss us? You know what I mean? We got so much content for you. Oh man, there's so much stuff that we about to put on you. There's so much stuff that we got to talk about with the four of us, behind the scenes, to just get more things popping. But we got so much stuff that's about to come through, y'all. Just this week alone.
December is coming.
Oh man, it's coming, man. It's coming down. You know what I mean? Now the relationships are here for you during the holidays. You know what I mean? Give you some holiday cheer. We are here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We're like the Temptations. You know what I mean? We got the Christmas album coming out. Like, we got a bunch of stuff coming, baby. Come and check us out. We are here. Like and subscribe. You know what I mean? And we back here for you for the holidays, but definitely we back, from our break, and we back for good. You know what I mean? We love y'all. Mr. Restaurant Girl 84. Brittany B.
Hey, man, y'all better stop clowning.
Talking on the crowd, Brittany B.
Come on up
here, girl. Come on up here, girl. Come on up. But yes, we are here. Let's get this show rolling. You know what I'm saying? In 3, take it away. Let's get this show rolling, baby. Let's go.
Okay. So I'm gonna skip number 3 real quick, right? Because I know we've been talking about this for a minute, but for you, DJ Eddie King, and for you, Mr. You, if you don't know now, you know. And for Miss Brittany B that just came up in the building as
Hey,
well too.
what's up, girl?
Wait, hold on. I gotta reorganize. Hold on, man. Hold on. Let me see.
My bad.
Hollywood Shuffle, okay?
Okay, you know what? Hold on. Since Brittany came, okay, we'll put her in the middle. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, did I mess up y'all roster?
No, you good. You good.
Did I mess up? Look, now we got the Fab Five. How about that? I'm the new starter. Point
Hey,
guard.
you the unlockable character, okay?
Yeah. What's up, Uncle? What's up, Uncle 3?
Bro. Okay. We've been
Oh,
talking about this, right? Now you put on
that too. Wow.
What's going on? What's going on, Mr. Restaurant Grill?
You know what? Brittany B? You know what?
What up?
I told you already. I already told you. But you already know. I already told you.
Hi, Miss Tammy. How you doing, Miss First Lady? How you doing?
You know why I'm grilling you.
What's going on, DJ Eddie Kane?
Yeah. Let's get it. What's going on, Brittany B?
What's going on, Eddie Kane?
I'm all right.
Brittany B, it would be nice to kind of see your face though.
I can't. This nighttime is 10 o'clock. I should be in the bed, but you know what? I'm showing love, and yeah. I got my hair twisted up for the Sherelle.
Ooh, hey, Sherelle. Oh,
Sherelle.
Hey.
Can y'all hear me? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can hear you clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on, baby girl? But anyway, yeah, I'm doing the Sherelle. I'm doing the Mr. Restaurant Girl tonight. I'm doing Mr. Eddie Kane. So yeah, I'm gonna be behind the.
Okay, unlockable character, secret character. I got y'all.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. But hold on, let's get to let's see. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you for joining in. Since you just got here, I just want to let you know the title is called "Justice Has Been Served," but it's only the beginning for it's only the beginning, and we're talking about Ahmaud Arbery. So
yeah, Brittany B or Sherelle, they can go ahead and take the question. Was it?
We're gonna let the other ladies go by first though. Which is number 4 question, right? And then we're gonna we're gonna ask Brittany B first though. Brittany B,
yes.
What do you think was different about this case opposed to the other cases opposed to other cases where there has been a video evidence?
I don't know.
It's all good.
Because yeah. I feel like I'm not gonna lie. I feel like anything with video evidence, it should be open and shut.
You said open and shut?
Yeah, come on, it's right there.
Yeah.
And thank God it was right. Thank God they have video. Thank God for video evidence. But if you got to do a trial, I guess you're innocent until
guilty.
I don't know. So
yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out why did a guy that was recording getting locked up.
Yeah, we was just talking about that. Well,
yeah,
it was based off of. Well, Tam, you want to explain it?
So pretty much, yeah, he did the recording, but he didn't stay. This is the thing: is that he was recording, but he didn't stay. He chose to involve himself in it. So he was part of one of the trucks that was boxing Ahmaud Arbery in.
Oh Lord!
So he chose to involve himself in that, and when he chose to do that, that's your ass. That's what your ass gets. So he should have kept his ass out of it. His ass should have stayed on the sidelines and kept recording. But he said, nope, staying on the sidelines ain't good enough. Let me go ahead and help my peoples out.
So he wasn't recording
and get involved in, huh?
So he wasn't recording to try to, just
record the proof
or evidence.
Not.
Oh,
absolutely not. No, he was part of the ones that he was part of why he was boxed in. He was part of the reason why. So, like I said, he guilty because he got he chose to put his ass in a situation that was none of his damn business. It was none of their damn business. And when you put yourself in a situation ain't none of your damn business, and you made it your business, now that's your ass. Don't drop the soap. That's all I.
It's your ass. That's your ass, huh?
Hold on, I gotta say something. Because Atlanta Thrasher just posted that, and I was watching TLA's page, and he was talking about how Georgia laws and Georgia is is different in the South. And you see what Atlanta Thrasher just said, that a video is just a representation of what I saw. It's a video.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yep.
So you know what? I can go rob a bank, and then guess what? That ain't me. It's just a representation of what you saw, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't mean to laugh, but I can see someone saying some shit like that.
Yeah.
But that's the problem. That type of comment doesn't work when it's the other side.
Yep. Exactly.
And then it says the video can be poor quality and can be tampered with.
Okay.
But he also said this video pretty much made it all open and shut type of case.
Or I feel like they probably didn't want, an uproar down in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So they was found guilty, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All three of them.
Okay.
But here's the thing. If I was doing a crime, right, allegedly, right, which I'll never do, like, I would be kind of upset if, now I'm probably not the person out. I don't care if it's a friend, family member, like, why are you recording this or whatever?
But that's the thing that's the thing. That's what I'm saying is that they didn't do that because when they chose to use this self-defense strategy, in their mind, when they had this video, they can say, oh, well, I tried to do it because of A, B, C, D. So it's like, okay, yeah, you recorded. We're going to try to use this to our advantage because it's work. That's the thing is like she was saying is that it's sad because video evidence doesn't always get a guilty verdict.
Right.
So in this case, thankfully it did. But the sad thing is that doesn't always happen. Even when there's video evidence, that's not always happen that it gets a guilty verdict. And with that privilege tells you, even with the video evidence, we're going to be all right. Because we got the privilege. We're going to be cool. Don't even worry about it. We got the video. We're going to say this is what it was. Yeah. So, yeah.
I mean, what was the guy? Why was he recording anyway? Was he going to make a documentary out of it or something? Or was he trying to, what is he needed for clout? What is he? If he's not helping him out, what is he doing that for then?
That's probably why he did it, was to help him out.
Wow.
It was like, let me help y'all out with this video. So if y'all end up going to trial, we could try to use this to help ourselves out. And obviously that shit didn't work. So
no, he was trying to help himself out. He was like, you know what? Just in case for emergencies, right? I'm gonna make sure I get my ass out of this situation, even though, right, I am helping these other people in this situation, but I'm gonna make it seem like, well, you know what? I am the hero by showing you this videotape. And yes, and now his ass about to get butt raped in jail. So,
but I could also hear him thinking that he, even though he didn't actually do anything directly to Ahmaud Arbery as far as putting his hands on him, he could say, oh, well, I was just trying to detain him. I didn't actually really do anything directly to him. I was just trying to detain him, and I recorded, so I should be okay. Because I'm telling you, like I said earlier, he probably thought he was going to be fine. He probably thought, well, yeah, they did what they did. They were chasing him. They had that gun. They shot him. So, but I didn't do all that. So I'm going to be all right. I mean, he got charged with 6 out of the 9 counts. And then the dad got 8 out of the 9. The son got 9 out of 9. But yeah, like I said, he probably thought with that video, he was going to be okay. So
do we know the sentences?
We don't know that yet. I don't know. I have to look to see when they're going to get sentenced, but they got to go back to court in February because they got federal charges they got to answer to. So they not even done. They not even done. They still got more court time. So
hold on, real quick, because I gotta get like Sherelle's point of view. I want to hear her perspective. She hasn't got a chance to talk yet. Sherelle.
Okay, y'all can hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so with this one, I think it was just pretty cut and dry. I think some of the other ones, I don't know which one of y'all comparing it to. Just because I be following the court cases, and it's all be public knowledge. Like I know the Breonna Taylor case, a lot of it was public knowledge, and then it's like sometimes I feel like we aren't all aware. Just like with the Kyle thing, with him getting off, like majority of people who followed the case and understood the law, they kind of know which way the dynamic is going to go. So some of us are never really disappointed, right? So I think this one was just a pretty cut and dry case to be like, oh yeah, they definitely got to go to jail. Just like with George Floyd, like you definitely need to go to jail because it's just like, it's no nuance. I think sometimes when people do it, they try to put some type of nuance in it because it's not about if I'm guilty or not. It's about, can you prove I'm guilty, right? So I can be on camera, but if I say, okay, you saying I have this glove don't fit, or I don't have a mole right here on my left shoulder. Like if you can find something like that within the court system to throw it off, all they need is a reasonable doubt for the jury to say, okay, you're right. And to not convict it. What I think is Black people are an easy target to say I can do something, I can kill a Black person and get away with it. Because society tells us is that Black people are just these big, bad, evil people, and we just rah, rah, rah. So we never get the benefit of the doubt, right? We're always wrong, right? In society, they're just gonna, oh, they Black, automatically, yeah, they probably was wrong. They probably deserved whatever was coming to them, right? And it's not saying that a portion of Black people don't keep up the stereotypes to where it is. So what I'm saying, I know there's areas that y'all might go in where y'all know that, you know what I'm saying, they still cars around here. So you locking your doors or you watching where you go. So I feel like sometimes it's just pretty cut and dry, but I feel like every time somebody decides they want to kill a Black person, they automatically feel like I'm going to be able to get away with it. Because the reasonable doubt is just that they're Black, and Black people are criminals, and Black people are violent, and Black people are this, and Black people are that. That's why people call the police on us for no reason. That's why they kill us the way they do, because they honestly really feel like they can get away with it. But and as long as they can, all they have to do is like drop a little bit of nuance in it. Oh, I think he was trying to rob my house. I think he was trying to break in. You know what I'm saying? As long as they can drop a little nuance in it, it usually works. But sometimes they feel like, you know how you feel like you too slick? You've been stealing from the same store every day. And you feel like, oh, I'm good. Then the next time you go on Walmart, they got your ass, and now they got you on camera for all the other times you came in here. That's what they got. They got this your got your ass moment. Because y'all think y'all could keep on doing it. And you thought you thought it was easy. You seen everybody else get off on trial easy, right? Easy to kill a Black man and just get away with it. But now you wasn't smart enough. You didn't put enough thought into it because it looked easy on TV. A lot of shit looked easy on TV. A lot of shit looked easy. And you just felt like, I got this privilege. Black people are bad. White people are good. I can kill them and it's going to be justified. Because that's the world we live in. So this is just the wake-up call for their ass. So it could be either they're going to stop doing it or they're going to have to get more, I don't know, I guess.
And now they've taken it to the next level to where they're not usually doing it just because they're racist. They're doing it for clout now. They're doing it for clout. Like the guy that went into the church that shot those 9 people, he did that for clout. He not racist, but he did it for clout. So he get his name up there like the rest of the other people that done a lot of tragedy, shooting up malls and stuff like
Which
that.
is crazy because why isn't he just dead already? Why does he even deserve a trial?
Right.
Why does he deserve a trial? Like you're telling me that somebody can die because they were selling loose cigarettes. They don't deserve a trial. They just deserve to die. I deserve to die because the police pulled me over and I was sleeping in my car, and I'm wondering why you waking me up out of my sleep. Because everybody's kind of a little grumpy when they get woke up out their sleep, right?
Yeah.
I don't deserve a trial. I don't deserve to go to jail and wait and then face my charges of falling asleep in public. But I can shoot people for no reason in a church. And I just I get years of free health care and a rent-free and living in a comfy jail cell and
a trip to McDonald's.
And McDonald's. And I get all of this. Why are we wasting time? That's wasted taxpayers' money. That's wasted money. Why aren't you dead already? We saw it. It's why we playing it like it's crazy? Right. Like we crazy, because I'm starting to think that we crazy because we see it happening, right? We just saw this. We know you did it. You ain't even saying you didn't do it. Why you ain't dead? Why do you get to live? Why do you have such little regard for somebody else's life, multiple people's lives, and you get to live your life? Why can't you just it just needs to be quicker,
right? And those that I'm sorry, and those that are being found guilty, we can't really celebrate too early. We have to see how much time they're getting. Like for example, Derek. You know, I can't pronounce the guy's name. You know, it started with a C, CH something, but Derek, the cop that killed, him. Yeah. So he's only doing what, 22.5 years? How
so
does that's
people get more time for drug charges.
Okay, so so the thing is, you have to look at like the state, Minnesota. That's the thing, is that like the minimum he could have gotten was 12. So he got, I think, the maximum that he could have gotten, based on the fact that he's never had any charges or anything like that. That's the maximum that he could have gotten. Yeah. So it's not necessarily that there's more years he could have gotten. That was actually a maximum because it was in Minnesota. So every state has a different. It's different. So like in Georgia with these three, their minimum is a life sentence. Yeah. So had Derek Chauvin done what he did to George Floyd in
Texas too,
Georgia, oh yeah, he'd have a life sentence. So yeah. I mean, it was 26, but I'm glad it wasn't the minimum, which I think was like 12 or 13 years.
And you know, they got the programs only for ex-cops. So reducing that, he's gonna get a lighter sentence too. And guess what? There's no one is going to the news is not going to come out when this man get out of jail. He's going to go underground. No one's going to know that he's out of jail. He's going to go underground, just like the guy that killed Oscar Grant. He's underground. You never heard of him again.
Shout out to Black Wall Street Trading LLC. He says Minnesota does not have a parole on 22.5. I think he's talking about the years.
Yes. And Black Wall Street.
And then the minimum.
I'll send you the link too, bro. Black Wall Street, come up if you can.
You know what? I should have sent the link to.
I sent it to him already.
All right, but I'm gonna post it on the public anyways, though.
I was just reading the sentence of how much he got. It said 22.5 years. That's what it said. Yeah, I'm reading.
Let me reply real quick because I feel like the reason why people feel like they could just murder people, especially blacks, and then just get away with it. Not even just the fact of what society tells people about us, like we're animals, but also it's because we don't really put our money in to make a change, to make things happen. You know what I mean? Like our dollar has a lot of power than we think that has, but we don't really use it to our advantage to shut this stuff down. See, if it was, Asian, a Latino, whoever, right? They will have the common sense to like use their money, right, to start patronizing certain organizations and pull their money back. See, people, other races, they learn how to invest the money into themselves to protect themselves. Even like the community, you know what I mean? Even they have the funds to protect themselves against discrimination and all that.
But think about it. Black people put their money where they want to put it. Because that's the point. We know plenty criminals who have police officers on payroll, right? So the police officers could look another way when they do crime. And the police are willing to do that. So why can't we have that same energy when it comes to killing us?
But see, that's the point. We don't do that. Once we start doing that, that's when change is going to start to happen. But we're too scattered, It starts off by one, we don't really trust in our own people like that. And I feel like we don't really care enough. We care to complain a lot, but we don't care to take action to that.
I'm glad you said that, M3.
Hey, Dom.
What's up, Damo? But I'm glad you said that, M3.
Hi, Eddie.
Hey, Damo.
What's going on?
I'm sitting here and I'm a brat, and hello to everybody else.
Damn, okay.
She's not a brat.
I'm already mad at whatever conversation is happening, whatever the last 5 words were out of your mouth. I don't agree.
Wait, with who?
There are people doing things in the black community about black stuff, and you know how I feel about that. Don't be sitting here like we not doing nothing. We just sitting in the wind, waiting for the dust to blow. That ain't true. There are a lot of young black people out here doing the damn thing. You guys loving hip hop. out there freaking doing shit. Okay, so leave me alone.
Okay, Dom, wait, Dom. We was talking
Eddie.
about.
Eddie, let me say
I don't know. I missed it. I'm cross stitching, so I'm
Dama,
paying.
hold on. Dama, hold on.
I'm cross stitching.
Hold on. Everybody, hold on 1 second. Hold on. You know, everybody, you know, we have to welcome our assistant network manager.
Exactly.
Thank you, Dama.
We see you all here, man, like a big family.
You know, I was gonna say something, but
hi, ladies.
Hey, Dom.
I was gonna say something, but you can't. You kicked in the door, so you know.
Oh, Pharrell, I watched your interview. It was, oh my God, I love you. You're a trucker. You out there just.
Yeah, I'm in the truck right now, so I'm like, I hope y'all can hear me over the truck.
Yes, I could definitely hear you, and especially that accent, because you know, I don't know if you like it, but I love witchcraft and all that stuff. So I just love that you come over there. That's all I'm gonna say. I watch all the witch shows, and they always in New Orleans.
What?
That was
okay.
It.
So
all right.
Well, okay. So go ahead, Mr.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna let Dama go. Let Dama go, then I'll go after that. Go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
Hi.
Oh God.
Oh, the question.
Okay.
I'm gonna read the question.
What question are we on?
4.
What do you think was different about this case? So the question was, what do you think about was different about this case opposed to other cases where there has been video evidence?
See, I jumped on because, you know, I'm the assistant network manager and I'm supposed to be on, but I did not watch this case. I don't watch them anymore. I just need to hear the verdict because it's too emotional for me. It's too much. I got enough going on in my head. Just let me know what's going to happen because it's not a lot that I can personally do to change what the verdict is going to be, but to, you know, pop my shit on social media. But other than that, it's nothing that I can personally do. So, it's a lot on me to watch it. Like, I don't even like watching the news because I'm very empathetic. So like, I feel what other people feel, you know? So, I mean, I'm happy that, you know, they got, you know, they were guilty, but like, I think it was Eddie who said it. You know, what did they, you know, what are their sentences? You know, what did they get? How much time did they get? Stuff like that. You know, I believe in torture and pain. Like you
yes,
somebody lost their child. Like hashtag free Damo, because I believe in torture and pain, and I watch like Criminal Minds and NCIS, and I'm just saying, like waterboarding. Like, I'm sorry, just like you should know better now. And since you want to go out there and act like you could just do whatever the hell you want to, I should be able to do what the hell I want to. Oh, hi. Shima, love you, Mrs. M3. But yeah, so that's how I feel about that case and all other cases. A lot of cases we don't get a guilty verdict, so I guess that's one of the differences for me. So yeah, I'm happy, you know, they're guilty, but you know, are they gonna go to jail and are people gonna, you know, act as gangster as they act when they outside of jail and really make them pay for it when they're there? I don't know. But
Dominic, can you bring Mr. Cannon on?
And plus, a lot of us are surprised. You know, a lot of black folks like us, but like, we surprised that these cats are getting, you know, found guilty because it's starting to become normal for us not to have our justice. You know.
Right, and that's how I feel. But give me 1 second. Let me welcome Queen Forever 2K21 to the show. And let me also welcome in Dr. Candidate. Thank you guys for joining. But yeah, that was my 2 cents and stuff. So I don't know if you guys are done, but I would pass the question the best in the world and then pass it to our new guest.
Well, I'm passing it again because you know I'm respectful. I'm respectful. I mean, that's what I do. So I'm gonna pass it to Queen Forever 2K21. Then after that, John will go. Then I'll go. Then Eddie. Then M3 will close it out.
Boy, hold on. We're not done yet.
What's the question?
What do you think was different about this case opposed to other cases where there has been video evidence?
That's right, M3. We ain't done yet.
Don't kill me. I was trying to use myself in your right there.
I think the difference is that they're guilty. You know, they are all guilty. I think that's the difference. Like like Damo said, I haven't followed it much because, you know, I get really upset, and you know, I have to function in this world, so I don't I don't want to function as an angry black woman. So, I steered away from it, So yeah, that's my take on it, that they were found guilty.
Okay. Um, Mr. Sorry, John. What you think about number 4? Actually, I think we should go on to the next question though. I think the next question will make more sense. This trial and the go ahead. You can read it, DJ Eddie.
Okay, let's go. This trial and the George Floyd trial were the biggest ones we've seen lately. Do you think put it back on the screen?
Wait, hold on. Let me make this clear. Since Damo's in there, Damo's doing the control stuff.
What are you doing, Dom? Can you put it back?
Damo, there you go.
Tell him stop touching stuff. I had it there.
Let me read this again. This trial and the George Floyd trial were the biggest ones we've seen lately. Do you think this shows that things are starting to improve as far as conditions when the victims is African American?
We'll start with.
John.
Let's go with.
John said he'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go with Tammy. Kick it off. Kick it off, Tammy.
Okay, so I said this before that I think that some things are intentionally done in order to give hope, with the intention of taking that hope away. So it's almost like, let's make them think that things is gonna get better. Let's let them think that things are gonna get better, because in reality they're really not. So and I also said that I really honestly think that when police officer, anybody does certain things to Black people and there's a trial, they sit back and wait to see what the verdict is, to know if that's something that they can do and get away with. So they have a list that they have of all these different things. Well, we'll do the A, B, C, D, E, F, G or whatever. And when somebody does it and they go to trial and they don't get convicted, they say, okay, that's something we can do. As long as we say this is why we did it, then we're going to be okay. But then the things that they get convicted of, they're like, okay, we can't do that. Like George Floyd is like, okay, we can't lean on the neck for that amount of minutes. We can't have our hands in our pockets. We can't do all that kind of stuff because we're going to get convicted. So that's one we can't do. But all these other ones on the list, it's a go. It's all right. So I could see that being a conversation that's been had. Like I said, like I said earlier, I think that we've become so numb to a non-guilty verdict that we get very happy when there is one. Even to the point where if somebody gets arrested and people are like, oh, so-and-so got charged, our first response is, well, he's not going to get convicted. That's a lot of times what you hear, because a lot of times that's what happens. So, like I said, I wouldn't necessarily say because of these George Floyd and now this case, because they got the verdict that they should have gotten, that it's going to make a big change. Because like I said, I think that they do things to give you a little bit of hope, to make you think that there's going to be a big change. And then I could see that hope being snatched right back. So it's almost like, when you have it where somebody's like, okay, let me go ahead and make you think that it's going to be okay. But then there's a stipulation behind it. So you have to look at things and say, let me see when the other shoe's going to drop, kind of thing. Like, this is okay. This is great. This looks good, but let's see how long it's going to stick. So, I mean, you want to be hopeful. I mean, and that's the thing is, like, I don't watch the news, but I do watch certain cases. I do, like I said earlier, George Floyd, I was watching the testimonies and all these kind of things because I wanted to hear these witnesses. I wanted to hear everything that they said. I wanted to hear it. Even, and with this one, with the McMichaels, I wanted to, and I didn't hear every single testimony. There were bits and pieces that I heard, but I wanted to hear the stupid shit that was going to say, like, you want to use a self-defense claim. Let me see what the fuck you think you're talking about. And he wasn't talking. He said some shit that was just plain damn stupid. So, and I want to hear the stupid shit that he has to say. And I'm like, let me hear what he's going to say when he talk about self-defense. You chasing somebody else with your gun, and your privilege tells you, okay, tell him to stop, because your privilege says you tell him to stop, you need to stop. That's your privilege talking. And then when he doesn't stop, it's like, okay, You didn't do what I told you to do. Let me go ahead and do what I know I can do because of the privilege that I have, and let me go ahead and use the self-defense because the privilege tells me self-defense is going to help me get away with it. So I think, it gives you a glimmer of hope, like, oh, maybe now things will be different. But we've talked about before, there's been other things where there's video evidence and there isn't a guilty verdict. So you want to be hopeful, but there isn't enough happening to make you hopeful that there's going to be enough of a change. I mean, like I said, it's great that there's a guilty verdict here with George Floyd. It's great there was a guilty verdict. Definitely something that we wanted, that we needed. But to say that it's going to make a big change, I can't necessarily say 100% yes. I can't necessarily say that. It's almost like I'm waiting to see, okay, what's going to happen next? I will say that I like the fact that in Georgia, the minimum sentence is life in prison. So the judge's only determination is, are they going to be able to have it with or without parole? So that I feel like I would think that's an easy thing to decide for a judge. Is like, should they have parole at some point or should they not? So.
Okay.
Shout out to Mrs. Patrice Garner.
Thank you.
And we'll go to John next because I know John hasn't talked. So John, man, thank you for coming on. We appreciate you, bro. Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Yeah.
But what do you
welcome, John.
Lady Tammy, I love what you said. Like, I love everything she just
like
said.
and subscribe, people.
I couldn't agree with her more. Like, I'm with it.
So, John, tell us, like, your thoughts about all this. And I'm for sure you was probably in tune with the Ahmaud Arbery case. So, what were some of the things that was going on through your mind?
All right, so here's the thing. I'm just gonna instead of breaking it all down case by case and talking for a long period of time, I'm gonna actually piggyback off of what Lady Tammy said. Let's see how long it lasts. And I do also want to say this other thing. As a Black community, we do better. We are doing better, but we're still not doing enough. You understand what I'm saying? We doing better. When you see white cops with a black person pulled over, we stop now. We get out. We put the cameras on them, and we don't let them bully us away from the spot. We know that it's illegal. That it's legal for us to record whatever we can see with our eyes, and ain't nothing nobody can do about it. You can't. You don't have to let them threaten you away from no scene, talking about you impeding the investigation. You ain't impeding nothing. If you got to walk over here, you walked over here on your own free will. I have Zoom on, so you can stay over there. I'm gonna stay over here, but I'm gonna keep recording. So we're holding them accountable in the public's eye. That's good. But how long is all this stuff? How long is all this gonna last? I want us to get to the point to where we like the homosexuals. Say something about one of them if you want to. Say something. Breathe homosexual wrong and see what happens. Now, when we get like that, then we making some moves. When we get like that, when you get like, well, CEO is like, it just ain't enough damn Black people around here. I'm hiring 20 tomorrow. The first white person call in, your job is in jeopardy. I'm telling you now. It's not enough. Because that's the way they doing right now with the homosexuals. Oh, are you gay by chance? Yeah, you need a job? Because I'm trying to hire all y'all I can find. When we get like that, then we making some moves around here. And I'm joking with it a little bit, but you tell me where I'm going wrong at. You tell me how many people you know that have lost careers messing around with that group. Tell me how many people shut down the channels, then got shut down messing around with that group. Put some respect on they shit. That's the point we got to get to. And that comes from consistency. That comes from showing up and showing out anytime. I don't care how small it is, making some noise about it. Because the greasy wheel gonna get the oil. They get attention paid to them. And we still just not there yet. We doing better. We are. I give us a pat on our back. But we still got a long ways to go. And that attitude right there will go a long ways when it comes to how we being treated by the police. Because they know that their job is in jeopardy when they dealing with us. See, right now, they don't know that. I used to be a cop. There is a real, that blue line is real. The reason that old boy Chauvin had to pay the cost, because he messed up. He he gave him all the rope in the world to hang him with.
Thanks.
He tried to pull a 1945 copping policing strategy. That now, baby, that don't work now. That don't work now. So you paid the ultimate cost. But I promise you, there was a lot of meetings, a lot of talking, trying to get him off of that.
Right.
If they could have spun it a quarter of a half inch, it would have got spun. I can't tell you how many times I used to have to stand up and say, if you put him in the elevator, I'm gonna go in the elevator, and if you touch him while we're in the elevator, you're gonna have to touch me too. And you ain't trying to do that, because I'm gonna touch everybody in here, because you know I don't care nothing about losing no job. And y'all ain't trying to see all this. Elevator rides are real. You get beat up in the jail. Black folks getting beat up in the jail. Them boys ain't lying about that. That's what they call them, elevator rides. And you ain't had to do nothing but talk back. Or you made one of them fat ass deputies run. They're gonna try to jump on you while they booking you in. Because most of the elevators back 20 years ago didn't have no damn cameras in them. So they put you in the elevator, they'll ride you from the first floor to the 6th floor, hit all the buttons, and beat you up the whole time you're there. That's how they do that. And they hide behind that. And if anybody complain, it's your word against theirs. And and then they're gonna get beat up. It's gonna be their turn. And all of a sudden they develop amnesia. When key lawyers want to take notes down and stuff like that, they all of a sudden they don't remember nothing. It's real. It's a real thing. What you see on TV is just a little bit of it. You don't even want to know about what go on in the actual jail cells. That is worse than in the street. Way worse.
Way worse.
Way worse, because everybody know where the dead spots is. Everybody know where the cameras don't work. And they laugh about it with their friends. They videotape it on their own phones. I had one try to show me. I'm like, bro, what made you think it was all right from you to show me you trying to jump? I bet if you took them handcuffs off of me and light your ass up, I bet you can't fight with him. Whoa. Oh no. I know. Why don't you take the handcuffs off? The next time you feel like you want to have you around, why don't you take him where there's no cameras and you uncuff him and see if you can come back from around there with all your teeth. See if that worked for you. So I want to see how long all this gonna last. That's why I'm at with this.
Hey,
because it burns me up still.
Yeah.
John, you said you used to be a cop, right? Is it true that was there a lot of I'm not saying to say names, but I'm just saying, can you say that there was a lot of dirty cops in your circle? Not Ryan.
When you say dirty, what you mean dirty?
Dirty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
As a deputy.
Wait, before we continue this conversation, I have to shout outs to Miss OG Patrice. She's, welcome. In the live stream, so I definitely want to welcome you, sis. Thank you for joining in.
Thank you for having me. What's up, panel?
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hello.
OG Patrice.
Hi.
That's the OG. What's going on?
Listen, I just want to say hey, and definitely just say a few words to you guys if you don't mind. I am loving the talking points that I'm hearing you guys say. I love hearing intelligent younger generation. You guys are starting to really make us proud and come around with great things you're doing in these YouTube streets. So as someone from the older generation, I want to give you guys your flowers, but I want to definitely make sure that I leave you guys with this, and then I'm going to go back down and I'm going to let you guys talk, and I'm going to listen, and because I like learning from you guys too. But for someone that have been in the trenches for over 30 something years, I've worked in the political realms, I've worked in the system and see how the system work. And I want to leave you guys with this. you guys have a responsibility as citizens. In order for policies and procedures and laws to change, we have to be present in the rooms. We have to vote. We have to vote to have laws and things change within our communities. There are things going on in your state, within your communities, that are unjust laws, which is the same law that they tried to use as an excuse to delete Ahmaud Arbery. Some of these laws, like the Citizens a Law, the Stand Your Ground, which is the reason why Trayvon lost his life and was able, and Zimmerman was able to get off, is because these laws, guys, if you check these laws in your state, these laws have not been amended. They have not been updated, revised, and most of them need to be abolished. And the only way that that can happen is if you guys vote locally for these laws to change, for the criminal justice system to change, for the prisoners reform system to change. The politicians within your local communities can make that happen if you go to them with a Black agenda to get things changed so that it can be an equal plane for everyone. Now, the only reason we got lucky is because of that video. And I think that if that verdict would not have been what it was, the state of Georgia would have been tore up again with rioting and looting. And I think that with the video, it could not be denied, right? But do you guys realize how lucky we are to have 11 white jurors and only one Black jury and got the verdict we did? I want y'all to let that sink in, because that don't happen every day. Let that sink in. Every Black person that got up there, they dismissed them because they were in their feelings. So for someone that have worked in the court cases, when you want to see peers that look like you have to be in the room. So please don't dodge jury duty. Don't dodge that responsibility, guys, especially if it's possibly a case for somebody that look like you can make all the difference in the world. Because we got lucky with 11 white jurors and only one Black to get the verdict that we got. So we are grateful, yes, and happy about that. But I can't stress enough to you that the next time we may not be so lucky. That's why you have to get laws and things changed in your communities. This law, the Citizen law that they tried to use, it's over 100 years old, guys. These laws don't get revised. They don't get updated. Check the laws, because until it happens to you or someone you love, it's going to affect you in your community. So look into the state in which you live regarding the citizen arrest law, the stand your ground laws, and things of that nature, especially Black men and women, because they're killing women too. Sandra Bland, hello.
Mm.
And just like we took this one step forward, don't get too happy, because what always happened after the one step forward? 2 steps back. So that's all I want to say to you guys. Please, 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 please don't dodge the jury duties if you get the notices. I know how we all be making every excuse.
You know what? I'm glad that you brought the jury duty part up, because that was a conversation that my wife and I had. Whereas, like, a lot of us can dodge it because, you know, we're kind of afraid of, like, well, we might lose our own jobs if we, you know, kind of get, you know, stuck into like jury duty for like a good minute. But the thing is, you know,
they can't fire you for that.
They can't fire you. They can't suspend you. They can't do
jury
nothing.
duty.
Yeah. Well, no.
Yeah.
I know that, but we're just talking about how when you have a conversation with some of these people, they actually think that way, and that's not even the case, you know. But a lot of times when we kind of like turn that opportunity down, we turn that opportunity down to like really help, you know, justice to be served for our own peoples.
Exactly.
You know?
We say we want to be judged by a jury of our peers, right? That means one day you may have the responsibility of being that jury to someone that looks like you, and you need to be in that room, right? So that's what that looks like. So yeah, so when you get it, take the responsibility to do it, because they're listen, they are trying to make it harder and harder for us to sit on them. Look, every person that looked like us, they got in their feelings and they dismissed them. Listen, when you have that responsibility, you become the best actor you can become. You're not prejudiced, you're not biased, you're none of that. Become the best actor you can become, so you can sit on that jury, because that's what they do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how important it is.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's all I wanted to say to you guys, and I'll get back in the chat and listen to you guys. I love your talking points. Keep up the good work, younger generation. Listen, you guys, we really need you. You are our future. You're the future leaders and everything. So you are so relevant and so important, and your opinions and voices matter.
Thank you so much, Miss Patrice.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
All right. Much respect and love, guys.
One last thing. If you haven't, please subscribe to like our channel, Knowledge and Relationships, like on YouTube.
Yeah, I am already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I met Knowledge already. Yeah, I have.
All right. Well, definitely appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem.
We would love to see you again.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes.
For sure.
Can I go next?
Sure.
I wanted to say thank you, OG. I forgot her name. OG something. Patricia. That's what I preach to every younger person I've worked with through my field of being a social worker, because I've witnessed some of my clients be racially profiled right in front of me. And I'm always preaching to them, your voice has to be placed in a different atmosphere, meaning you have to know what's going on with your district, know who's running, know who wants to be over what kind of services your district that you live in, who it is. You have to know, you have to be willing to, I love jury duty, but I never got picked. And then when I did get picked, they settled out. So I was like, man, it was like, I think one was like a murder charge or something. And they were like, okay, report back here at 3:00. And I came back and it was like, oh, he settled and we don't need you. But it's true. It's like, we have to do more to have our voice. I know we don't think voting counts, but it really does. And it starts from the community. Where do you live? Who's going to be over your community? What are they saying they're going to do? And holding them accountable, having the seat. It's just like in Congress, if there's all Republicans, and what do you think is going to happen to the Democratic Party? They're not really going to have a voice because there's no Democrats in the Congress. There's no seats for them. So, I think what First Lady Tammy said is true. It's like, yeah, we got this one and that one, but what's really going to happen in the future? And I always think of it as, if the foundation of your house is not correct, no matter what you do to it, it's going to fall apart. And if you don't get the foundation right, then there's no remodeling. You're wasting your money. And I think the foundation is that we have to be more involved in our community, politics, what's going on, and teach ourselves, because no one's going to teach you. No one's going to help you. So for all of the cases that we didn't get a guilty verdict, we got 2. So it's like, here, I'm gonna give you a little something, but I'm not really gonna give you the whole meal. I'm just gonna give you a little side salad. I'm gonna give you 1 piece of chicken. So enjoy that. So we have to fight. We have to fight and and actually, educate ourselves more.
Mhm.
So that's my view.
So
Also, oh, go ahead. My bad, John.
no, you go ahead. Go ahead. Who was talking?
I just wanted to say, depending on the state that you live in, everyone live in, I think it's important that we should know the law, especially when it comes to the police officers, because a lot of times when they fuck with us, they do it because they feel like we dumb and we don't know the law, and a lot of us don't. Some of us only know a little bit. I think it's important to know all of it. Every single law, man. It's a lot of them, but if you know all of them, you good. They can't touch you, really. So I think that's important for us. That's all I want to say.
All right,
Okay,
so
thank you.
great, because he made a point that I was gonna come along right before he made the point first, and now I'm fixing to come in and bring it on home.
Let's go.
We're talking about education, right? If you got a young black boy starting to drive, tell your child to stop watching them damn white YouTube videos with them yelling and screaming at them cops. Tell them to stop watching those police audit videos where you yelling and screaming. When you a young black boy driving, you shut up and you get that white man what he want. See, when you know them laws, you can know them in your head just as well as you can spew them out your mouth. Because see, out there in them streets, ain't no jury, no judge there to say he's right. He's right. You are absolutely wrong, officer. There ain't nobody there to make that decision. But I tell you who is there. I'm gonna tell you who he has. He has a 9mm Glock with no safety on it that holds 15 in one. That's his jury. Now, do you really want him to send your child home to meet his maker, to be judged? Because when it all comes down, you don't hear nobody fussing at them about cutting them body cameras off. And they do it all the time. All the time. All you do is cut it off when you get out the car. Oh, I must have cut it off when I was in the car. I never cut it back on. And all you hear is shots fired. Because when you're a young athletic black male and you got a scared white male dealing with you, do you really want your child yelling, I got a right, I know my laws, but you want him doing all that hand belligerent movement, yelling, acting aggressive? Because see, when he start acting aggressive and that cop pull him out the car, now he is resisting.
Do you feel that even though we have cameras, it's not going to matter?
A camera can only paint a certain picture. And they know how to twist that picture. We all use cameras, and we all on this video, just about everybody on YouTube know how to edit.
Okay.
And please believe any cop can access those files. That video is not as secure as people think it is, and it's not being protected like it's supposed to be. I know if I was a police chief, if your camera come off the first time, you suspended. Second time, you out of here. Period. And you suspended without pay for an entire week. Second time, you out of here. And if it's a police involved shooting, you will be held in prison just like a person on the street. Because you have no witnesses. Your word ain't good enough. Your word as a peace officer is not good enough. You already violated policy, departmental policy. So if I've got people telling me that you killed this man and there was no gun found, you're gonna be held. And I'm gonna talk to the prosecutor and tell him I don't want him to get bailed. Period. This is a murder investigation. But do that happen?
Does it depends on let's just say this guy lives in the hills, millions of dollars. Does it depends? Is it anyone, rich, poor, normal? anybody can get it, John? That's what you saying, or do it depends on how much money it is? You know,
if you make it fair like that, if you the police chief and you really want to do right by your citizens, especially your black citizens who obviously get targeted and profiled more than anybody, then you need to make those tough policies. And you're gonna have to go against that blue line.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. Sherelle, are you still here? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, because I know you was quiet for a minute.
Okay, so I mean, it's kind of like the same thing I was saying with the whole they know what they can get away with. So do I think it's going to stop? No, it's not going to stop. It's just not, because we can all be doing something. If you get caught, I'm gonna be like, you got caught because you was slipping. I'm gonna be better than you. So let's think about anybody when we think about crime. You see people go to jail for murder, right? Do anybody say, I'm never going to murder nobody? Or do they say, oh, I bet you I could have got away with it if I'd have did this, this, and this? How many drug kingpins we've seen go to jail? Another man's going to rise. The drugs are still going to be sold. Because I'm smarter than Meech. I'm smarter than Frank Lucas. I'm smarter because I'm going to take it where nobody ever took it. So there's still going to be the people out there with that mindset. Like, yeah, they got caught because this and this. And they might even study why they got caught so they can improve on how to be more slicker within doing it. You see what I'm saying? I think the bigger issue would be for us to clean up the black image. But we have to constantly pressure them. I'm talking about really, like, who cares if that's your president? Your president really does not dictate that much of what goes on in your city. But your city councilmen, your judges, those people, you can touch them. Like, you can go see them to their offices every day. You can call their phones every day. Like, you can talk to your DA. And they terms come up way quicker. You can get them up out there. Like, if they don't listen to you, you can let them know, you don't respect us. We're gonna show you when them local elections come up. Watch how we get you out there. So that's part of it.
Right.
But like I just was saying, like, a lot of times we made weak people the normal. So we made normal people strong. We made strong people basically God, and then that means God is not important. Because the people that we think are the smartest, that's who we tune into the most. We may be following the person that we admire the most more than we pray to God. And the people that's doing just the right thing, the good thing, the normal thing, they're held to on this pedestal when they're just doing what they're supposed to do. Because we made all the bad people who doing the wrong things, we allowed them to feel like it's normal and it's okay to paint that image of us. We gotta hold them accountable too. Stop painting it. Because as all of us can sit up here and say, yo, I'm black and I'm smart and I ain't no criminal and I'm about my community and everything. We still can't say just because as individuals that's what our community is representing. We gotta show them, stop repping us like that. Because if I tell people that somebody gave me bad service at Chick-fil-A, they gonna think I'm lying. Because Chick-fil-A known for their good service. So how about we make them stop believing it? Like, what? A black person did something? No. Why is it so believable? Why is we gotta change the image of us? We gotta change their imagery in their mind, and we gotta constantly pressure them. We gotta constantly be on them. We can't give them up no slacks. We can't slack in the office. We can't never give nobody no slacks. But what he was saying was right too. We can't bring that attention. We gotta be respected. And what I tell people is, live another day to sue. Sue the police department. Live another day.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Put you on a t-shirt so quick and have a dance for you, sell up a place to bury you, and guess what? Your name gonna disappear into the next story. If people realize how much people forget you after you die, you will stop living to prove a point. Take the chip off your shoulder. Don't die for your pride.
Know your law and sue later.
If they tell you get out the car, they tell you put your hand. You play like Simon Says. We all played Simon Says when we was growing up.
Yep.
You know, if Simon ain't said stop, you don't stop. Simon said do something, you're supposed to do it. Play the game as Simon says. Take your pride out of it.
Yep.
Take it out. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it easy for them because they want to get you. They want to get you. Their plan is to get you.
Yeah.
So don't make it easy for them. Don't be move around in zigzags. Don't be the easy target for them. Don't be the standard target for them.
They looking for that high head nigga that they can get off 15 shots in, and ain't nobody really gonna fucking question it.
Yep.
You hear the videotape, it look bad, it sound worse, and you gave them all the ammunition. It's like Grandma said, baby, don't give them no rope to hang you with. Don't give them no rope to hang you with. You know how hard it is to make a case for shooting a nigga that when you said put your hands on the steering wheel, okay, I need you to step out the car, put your hands on top of the car, put him behind your back, put him in the back of the car. The reason we arrested you, you got a warrant. Okay, sir. Can I get my folks to come move my? No, you can't get. All right, yes, sir. And then they search it, do all this illegal shit. And then you go, when you get in there and you bond it out and you do your thing, get your ass on the phone with a lawyer and tell them everything that happened. Make mental notes, write down shit. As soon as you get back to that cell, that's the way you handle that. So all that whole come out what's my don't nobody damn white man don't care nothing about no damn law, you know. If he cared about the law that you know, he wouldn't let you see him breaking the damn law. He don't care. He don't care. What you gonna do to him? That man called back up, bro. You finna be in some shit.
Yeah.
He called back up, and he called that real back up. The gangsters, the ones who don't give two shits, the ones that's been on the force with an impeccable record, all they bust stick, never been charged with nothing, never been accused of no hate crime. Let them call them. Your trip that day is gonna be a long ass trip. And then you got 6 or 8 police officers all gonna write the same shit.
Right. So the good time, as far as knowing the law, is to use it in court.
In court.
Yeah.
In court. I see too many videos where these black kids be trying to emulate these other kids that's doing this, where they out here just aggravating the police, getting them to come over there so they can teach you the law. Yeah, see this? They can't do nothing. They can't do this, but you know as well as I do, in those videos, if these were black people that was doing that, these videos would go a whole different way. Yeah. They would get escalated to the highest power. We seen people get killed for way less than that, and they weren't even fucking with the police. Dude got killed selling CDs. We saw a nigga get choked to death over loose damn cigarettes. Loose cigarettes. So you think it's okay for like our children to go to yelling and screaming at a whole cop? And these motherfuckers getting killed for loose cigarettes? No, I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think so. Me personally, I don't.
And a lot of people don't know the guy that got choked out was already dead. And the police officer was still talking to him and saying, "Oh, we're going to take you to the hospital, this and that, the third." He was sitting there dead already. A lot of people don't know that.
That cop knew that man was dead.
Yeah.
I thought they said it in the video. He's dead. He's not moving. He's not responding. I thought they said that in the video. Like the people that were videotaping it.
And how that dude got away with killing this cop. Let me tell you something, right? I studied jiu-jitsu. Been studying it for 35 years. You feel me? And when you choke somebody out, the first choke, when you hear them go, when they make that noise, you just let go. You have to let go. You can't keep applying the pressure.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 types of choke. There's a blood choke and there's an air choke. Right? And when you get a rear naked, that's both. That's a blood and air choke. Right? You can kill somebody just like that with that choke. Yeah. And when you got a man that weighs 400 pounds, it don't take much to pass him out.
Yeah.
And when you got multiple people and he's not really resisting, it don't take that choke at all. You should not use a choke, period. You should just use an arm lock. you don't put your arms around that big ass man's neck because you can kill him a lot easier than you can deal with him if he do start to resist. He too out of shape. How long is he gonna really fucking resist?
Right.
Like no cops nowadays think because everybody want to show how much fucking MMA they watch. And this dude couldn't really defend himself and don't know how to defend against that choke. That dude was murdered.
Yeah.
He was straight up murdered.
On camera.
Yeah, on camera. I have been in a street altercation. I did not use that choke. I use a front passion choke because I can control that a lot better and use my body weight to apply pressure in my hips where you can't move no way. And I can just lace the choke around the front of your neck.
That's how you do it.
You understand what I'm saying? So I don't have to use that rear. Of course, I could have used the rear just by sinking in one hook and rolling him to his back and taking his back, forcefully taking his back and hooking him up. But I wouldn't do that because I know how dangerous that choke is. I'm not trying to kill nobody.
Right.
It's not that serious. We just into it. You feel me?
Yeah.
First lady, your mic is muted.
Hold on, let me say this before Tammy says something. Hold on, Tammy. Hold on. Let me say something real quick. Now, we all know Lady Justice. Lady Justice is blind. We know this. You know what I mean? And we have to, in order to understand why things are the way they are in society, you always have to go to the root of things to understand anything. You know what I mean? And the root of it is that we are engrafted branches in this system. When the system was implemented hundreds of years ago, they weren't thinking about us. We were here bought as servants. We were brought here as slaves. You know, they gave us civil rights. They didn't even give us actual rights. They gave us civil rights. You know, they pitied us and they gave us civil rights. You know what I'm saying? So we have to understand the context of why things are happening. You know what I mean? In order to basically cure a disease, you have to know how the disease started. You have to do your structure. You have to know the chemical, structure of that disease in order to solve it and give a remedy for it. You know what I mean? And so in order for us to basically understand why these things are going on and why it takes so much for us to even get justice on a minimal level, we have to understand why this is happening. And the reason why this is happening is because we will never be looked at as respectable citizens in this country, because they never want us to be respectable citizens. They want us here to basically have free labor and basically be their servants. That's what we were here for. And when that was broken, and that was no longer a thing for them, for them to have, they found other ways in order to control us, whether it's through social media, whether it's through our food, whether it's through other substances. They basically find other ways to basically use us, control us, and manipulate us. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm against a lot of regulations. I'm against a lot of pharmaceutical things. I'm against the thingy thing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know that thingy thing they want everybody to do.
I know what that
thingy thing.
Yeah, the thingy thing.
Yeah, the thingy thing.
Yes,
that's
sir.
what I'm calling it. Mm-hmm. They'll give you $1,000 if you do the thingy thing. They'll give you this. You can't work if you don't do the thingy thing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, right? My thing is this. Okay, you want me to do that? Well, close all the McDonald's. Close all the fast food restaurants that's giving us heart disease. Stop selling liquor in stores. Stop selling cigarettes. You know what I mean? Stop selling all these things that is killing us anyway. You know what I mean? So unless you do that, then I'm not doing the thingy thing. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of stuff that they have going on. Not just in the justice system, but it's a whole system that's built for us to destroy ourselves. And that's what we have to understand. I'm glad his brother got justice. I'm glad that, things have worked out in that case, but we will see what the verdict will truly be when we see how long the sentences will be for these individuals. We will see what will happen. You know what I mean? And I hope if the sentencing is not, the right thing, or if it's not long enough, I hope that they take it further. I hope they take it to the Supreme Court or whatever else. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, I read today that they're still trying to go after our brother Cosby. You know what I mean? Mr. Bill Cosby. I hear they're still trying to go after him. Mm-hmm. In the Supreme Court, and it's sad. You know what I mean? It's sad. You never want us to have anything, and when we try to get a little piece of the pie, you didn't even give us the pie. You didn't even give us the crumbs. You gave us like the mix, like the basic mix for it. You gave us nothing really. And then the little that we do try to get, you want to killing us off or just taking advantage of us. And so, and with that, people, please know your laws. Know what the law is. As OG Patrice was saying, look at the laws that's in your community. I got to do a better job of that myself.
Yeah.
Understand the judicial system is not for you. You know what I mean? But have the right, legal representation if need be. Please do that. You know what I mean? Whether it's a family member, whoever else, find out whatever you need to find out. You know what I mean? That's why I never go outside without an ID. Never. I don't care if a brother's taking out some trash. My ID is right on me because you never know. And my phone is definitely on. You know what I'm saying? Just in case I got a video of Karen or somebody else or a police officer. So yes, I'm always ready. So if you run up on it, if you run on Mr. If you know, I'm always ready. Please remember that. You know what I mean? With that, I'll pass it to who hasn't? Oh, Tammy, yeah. First Lady Tammy.
First Lady Tammy.
Because if you don't know, now you know. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
go ahead, First Lady Tammy.
Am I answering a question? I'm sorry. I'm over here writing a poem, by the way. So
hey, all right.
Okay,
so
you get a poem ready for tonight?
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm almost done with it actually. So yeah, that's what I was doing. When Eddie King was like, "Your mic is off," that's because I was like reading the poem.
Oh no, I thought you was trying to talk because I just see your lips.
Oh no. I was like reading because I'm trying to read it to hear how it sounds to make sure it everything connects and clicks the way I want it to. So yeah. So
oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, am I answering the question?
Yeah, sure. But I feel like you already answered number 5,
Yeah,
right?
answer that one.
Yeah. Now here's the thing, right? Number 6 is the same thing that we talked about earlier, right? Which brings us to the last one, like number 7. So in number 7, do you feel there are other people that should have been charged in relation to what happened to Ahmaud Arbery? Who do you think that they will be charged? No, I'm
Who
sorry.
are they? And do you think they'll be charged later on?
Yeah.
So, so here's the thing is, so I think I said earlier that this happened in February and they didn't get arrested till May. So, I heard things like, that they didn't, something was being suppressed as far as what really happened. And then also the dad, he used to be a cop. And he still has cop friends. So I feel like there are people that are a part of it, but their names may not be mentioned. I mean, I feel like there's cops that know what happened. I feel like I could even think that there was a cover up that started, but once the video came out, it was like, okay, we can't do that. Like the video's out, that's a done deal. We can't do a cover up. Because there's a story about this guy, and I can't remember what his name is, that supposedly he committed suicide by rolling himself up in a mat at the school, at the gym. Like supposedly he committed suicide when that's not really happened. There's another story about this black lady who went to sleep over at her white co-worker's house. She was the only black person there.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. You said what?
That was crazy.
Yes. Like supposedly she jumped off the balcony and killed herself. Supposedly. Wow. And they still ain't even really investigated that. And there's video that they don't want to release of that. But so I think there's always other people that are part of it. It's not just the dad, the son, and the guy that did the video. There's more to it. There's more to it. So, in that neighborhood, here's another thing, like that neighborhood, there was gunshots. You know certain people, we're not going to say what they look like, but you hear gunshots. Oh my God, what's going on? What happened? Oh my God. Did you hear that? Oh my God, knock on the neighbor's door. Oh my God, did you hear that? Oh my God, let's go see what, like, there's other things. I feel like there's other people that they're not going to say things about. And then like Patrice says, there's a white female DA that tried to cover it up. She's on suspension, hopefully will be fired. That's the thing.
She still got fired on it.
Right, and that's the thing. Is like we say the hopefully, and that's the thing that just really irritates me. That we have this hope hopefully, because we don't have a choice but to have the hopefully, because we don't know. When, I mean, it should be that you were part of a cover up, boom, you gone. Like, it should be no questions asked. But then we do have to ask all these different questions, and it's like you wonder, why are we asking these questions? You covered it up. What questions could you possibly ask where they're still considering her being fired? Like, okay, she's suspended. What's that supposed to mean? I mean, if she's suspended, she might still be getting paycheck because she still technically has a job. So my thing is, what questions do you have to ask in order for her to get fired? I mean, are you going to ask her why she covered it up? Is there a good enough reason why she would need to cover it up? No. So my thing is that there's always more to the story that they don't want to bring out. There's always more to a story. There's always is. So like I said, there's people that know things. Like I said, you hear gunshots. Some people are nosy. Like, oh my God, what happened? Did you see that? There's people that know him. There's people that know them. There's people that they said stuff to because they're proud of what they do. So it's like, they didn't keep it quiet. So like I said, there's always other people that are involved. And I'm sure there's something's going to come out later on down that, oh, so-and-so that, had a part in the Ahmaud Arbery murder has now been arrested, and all these kind of different things. So even if there were these cops that covered things up, that's going to come out later on down the line. So things may come out, things may not. We never know. But that's the thing, is I do feel like there's people that should still be held accountable. And that's the thing. That's why I said that they give you a little bit of something, but they give you a little bit of something to give you some type of hope. That's what they do. They give you a little bit of something to give you some type of hope with the intention of taking it back. So we don't like even if you look at Malcolm X or MLK, it's like we're gonna let these people just say certain things to give you a little bit of hope that things might start to get better. It's like, nope, we're gonna take them away. So it's like they give you a little bit of hope to think things will get better. And then they're going to take it away to say, yeah, you thought things were going to get better. Yeah, no, not really. You thought things were going to be okay. Yeah, no, not really. So yeah, so it's interesting. It's interesting. I always think that there's more people, but you never know. But yeah, I do agree with what Patrice said, where she said not only should she be fired, but she should lose her license and never be able to practice law again. Absolutely. I definitely agree with that. Absolutely.
I also want to say that we should be patient on what sentencings, how much time these guys are going to get. We have to sit and be patient. We cannot celebrate yet. We have to know what time that they are going to do. So I don't want people out there celebrating now. Okay, the person's found guilty. Okay, cool. But we have to see how much time he's going to get. So I just want people out there to be patient.
They're getting life in prison.
In any case, because we'll celebrate, and then the guy's only going to do 2.5 years. We don't even know the sentences. The guy might could do 3 years or 2 years. But
their minimum sentence, because it happened in Georgia, is life in prison.
Right. No, I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm just saying though. Like, yeah, I'm just saying we have to just wait first. We want to hear those words.
Right. I got you.
Let's hear it first. Because anything could change. I'm just saying,
they can always appeal.
Of course. So there's that hope. And then take it back. So yeah.
Right.
The hope that goes back to them. Okay.
Shout out to best in the world, wherever he is, man. I hope he's doing good, man. Because he's the best around.
He needed a vacation.
Yeah. He's out for the season though. He might come back in season 2.
Shout out to best in the world, man.
He's in hibernation. He's only around in summer and fall. It's winter. He's done.
John, in the private, right? You had some points or whatever. Would you like to share that on the live stream?
Yeah. Because I'm all about accuracy. You feel me? And if I feel like if I say something and then I question my own self, then I go look it up. And so I'm glad I looked it up, because I was thinking about the states like Virginia that are Commonwealth states. That which that would have been correct. But Minnesota is obviously not a Commonwealth state. It's not. It's just. It's not even in the right area. But Virginia is. So Chauvin will actually get out in 15 and a half years. So he's only going to do 2/3 of the 22.5.
That's not justice at all.
Now that's going to be a rough. I ain't gonna lie. Knowing what I know about prison, though, that's going to be a rough. If he even make it, like I don't think he'll live that entire time.
But it depends because they do have programs, though. They got programs for ex-police officers. They do.
Wait, you saying that he's not going to survive in prison?
Brother. I'm not talking about no programs. I'm talking about
no. I know you.
You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly.
Yeah, like that's not going to be a good time. Like,
yeah, I'm just saying it generally. Right.
Yeah, they got programs and everything like that, but they ain't got no programs to keep Henry off of it. And I'm just saying, I mean, boy, golly, woo! I can't. I just don't. Jesus. You don't want to be a cop, pedophile, or a woman beater going to prison. That is not. That's like not a joke. That's not just some hearsay. You know, part of working with the sheriff's department before I ended up getting on the drug task force. You do a lot of prison trips, like you take them down, and sometimes you have to wait a long time for them to get in process. In the guards are nothing to play with, especially at the here at Kilby is the in processing center prison here in Alabama. Unless you HIV positive, then you're gonna get in process. You'll still get in process in Kilby, but you'll get transferred to Limestone because they got an AIDS ward there. And man, the guards mostly be like 6'5", 6'6". They all look like Dallas Cowboy defensive ends. I mean, they ain't playing with you. They'll snatch a knot in you real fast. They don't care what you claiming. Yeah. They don't care how tough you think you are. You ain't trying to see that goon squad. And them dudes there, they know your charges before you even get out the van.
Yeah.
I'm talking about they knew you who was on your jury, everything. I don't know how they know, but that prison grapevine is real.
Yeah, they know, and they'll kill you up in there, man. They'll beat you to death up in there.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I don't think he gonna make it. Like, I don't think he gonna make it. Like, I know they gonna try to protect him, but I mean, he can check himself into the hole, but they might not even let him in. But I mean, if them shot callers start wanting him, they gonna get people back in that hole.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I mean, you ain't safe. I don't care what you think you do or who you thought you knew. The only way that he gonna have some safety, if he cash out his 401k, which I strongly suggest he do, he gonna have to cash out his 401k and have him put all that money on his books, and he gonna have to pay. Like, he gonna have to be extorted for safety.
Yeah,
he gonna have to find 2 or 3 bruisers that's got some pull, and he gonna have to pay. He gonna have to pay them.
Yeah, you can't say no
until that money run out.
All the
that's
way
the
out.
only. That's the only way. I mean, that's the only way that knowing what I know about the prisons and having people that have been to prison and homeboys that's currently serving time, he gonna have to have that whole 401k. Yeah, he gonna have to have some paper.
Yeah.
How you think them little bitty dope boys be going in there and not getting touched? And they coming out with all their mental faculties and they booty. They got money.
Paper. Yeah.
Yeah, they got goons. Like, you mess with him, you got a problem, like a bad one, because some of them dudes be coming there with $50,000-$100,000 on their books.
And you're gonna have to give it up. And no, it's not an option for them.
And it don't take much to get. I'm just telling you, you a dope boy, you already can get dope in. You'll be all right. You'll be just fine. Yeah, because one, you can pay through dope, or you can pay goons through money. That don't do the ones that's real strong. They don't do no drugs. They hitting the weight pile. Yeah, you're just gonna have to pay. Other than that, he gonna have a bad day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see him lasting 3 months unless he do what I'm talking about.
3 months? Woo.
I don't think he'll live 3 months. You know how heavily televised this thing was? How heavily televised, and he's pissed off some lifers. A lifer, what you gonna give him? More life?
Right.
Right. He gonna kill you.
Well, that's just kind of like what happened to Jeffrey Dahmer, right? When he got in there,
Yeah.
didn't they break a mop handle
Yep.
and shove it so far in him they broke like organs
Bruh,
in his chest?
that's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. You ain't tough in prison. Ain't nobody tough in prison. I don't want to go to prison. I even claim a set, and I still don't want to go to prison. You understand what I'm telling you?
You might get away with it if you Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson might get away with it. Ain't nobody
Mike
gonna touch,
Tyson
ain't
did
nobody
get away
touching
with
my,
it.
hey, ain't
Nah,
nobody touching him
yeah.
up in there.
Mike Tyson, he didn't get. I saw one dude, OG Silverback, tried to say Mike got extorted, but he was absolutely all the way out his mind. He was just hating because he never got discovered. I figured that out real fast. I listened to what he talked about and how he's always talking about how fighting and all this. Bro, let me tell you something. There is strength in numbers. I ain't gonna lie, but a professional boxer can, I promise you, a active in his prime professional boxer will whoop 8 niggas with no problem, and wouldn't be no problem. When I say no problem, I mean no problem, none. I don't care how tough you are, how big you are. He knocking all y'all asses out. As soon as you get in strike range, you out of here.
Exactly. Who's going to extort Mike Tyson though? And
nobody, bro.
Nobody's
Nobody. Because you
doing
got niggas that would knock you out just because Mike told him that you just knock him out for me and I'm gonna look out for you. Like, you go put hands on him and I got you. Like, I'm gonna have a real cool stay if I'm Mike Tyson. Because like, you're not finna run up on me. You would run up on me one time, but when I connect with that left, you ain't gonna run up on me again for several hours.
And Mike
That's
Tyson said that when he went to prison and nobody tried him. He said everybody showed him respect. Everybody showed him love and respect.
You better show him some damn respect because that fucking left is a bitch. You hear me? Ask that other professional boxer who tried to get at him in the street. I ain't never seen a nigga with an eye so black. And he already black. Like, this nigga is black. His eye was blacker than that. Like, how do you make somebody's eye blacker than they skin, which is already charcoal black? Like, this dude eye was so black and swole completely shut off of one punch.
He was a boxer.
Yeah.
And he was a professional boxer.
He was a professional boxer.
He had hands, though. I ain't gonna lie. He had hands, but not.
And then Mike Tyson beat him up again in the ring. Beat him up on the street and then beat him up again in the ring.
Yeah.
Yep. Shout out to my man Mike Tyson. He's from my neighborhood, Brownsville. Yeah. Know what I mean? Woo. Brooklyn, baby. We are in here for real. Shout out to Tyson, baby. Definitely reps Brownsville greatly, and I love him, man. That's the homie.
I still don't think he could touch Floyd, but yeah, that's a different
different
conversation.
Different weight classes, though. Different weight classes, but
Floyd is a floater.
Hold on. I seen this. It was like this Mike Tyson that they had on The Simpsons. It was this guy who played Mike Tyson on The Simpsons. His name was something Tatum, and like the dude was in prison and they was riding. He was like, "Hey guys, shut up!" And the whole ride stopped. Everybody went back in their cell. Like, it was so funny. Like, yeah, man. But yeah, Tyson held it down, man. You know what I mean? And he definitely represents Brownsville. Shout out to Tyson.
Hey guys, I have to go. So I wanted to. What was the question before I go? M3.
The final question, right, was the number 7. Do you feel that other people that should have been charged in relation to what happened to Ahmaud Arbery, who are they? And do you think they will be charged later on?
I think the cops, but no, I don't think they're going to be charged later on. And what First Lady Tammy was talking about with the woman who spent the night at a coworker's house, her name was Tamala Horsford.
Mm-hmm.
And then the young guy who was found in the mat, his organs were missing as well.
Yep.
His brain was missing, his clothes, and his organs. And he was 17 years old. His name is Kendrick Johnson. And he was it happened in 2013. And he was from Loudon County in Georgia. But this year in March they reopened the case.
Nice.
So the
Good.
case is reopened for him. But yeah, his organs were missing. So they said they think it had something to do with the, like the human trafficking, but the organ trafficking, and it's real. I've seen videos on, yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, yes, I think the police, I think a lot of people should be held accountable, but we got three. That's all I can say. So
Yeah,
hopefully
it's a good start.
they get their justice, and the families can always show up and appeal every everything that, what is it, when they try to get out early, the family can show up to that and fight against it. So hopefully they don't grow weary in doing what they need to do. So yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. Before I close out, I know First Lady has a poem that she want to read. Actually, let me make sure. I know everybody spoke. Mister, if you know now, you know. Did you have anything that you wanted to say before I take it to Tammy?
No, I'm good. I said everything I need to say.
Okay.
First Lady Tammy, ready for that poem? Let's get it going.
All right, let's go. Oh, let me see. There we go. Let's see. First Lady Tammy, are you here? I know she was talking for a minute.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. You ready for that poem, girl?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's do this.
Now, keep in mind, I wrote this as the thing was going, so I hope it's good. Okay, so the poem is called Like Me.
Okay.
Let me get my, okay, so it says, they look like me. When they shot him, he looked like me. He jogged like me, slept like me, used a turn signal like me, attended a party like me, had Skittles like me, had a child in a car with me, and on and on and on. They did something just like me. Every time they look like me and still won't see me. Instead of me, they'll see an enemy that needs to be extinguished expeditiously. See, when you're lucky to be as they are privileged to be, they don't have to see me as me because an animal is all they think of me. When I see me, I see the beauty within me shining from the inside and bright on the outside of me. When I present myself, I show the best parts of me and I honor myself intellectually and respectfully. I need them to see me, know that the part of me they see externally has dreams and ambitions I have yet to see. Know that the part of me they see externally has a family who is waiting to return with life still inside of me. That privilege is what they have, but they fail to understand I also have a privilege that they can't comprehend, a privilege of melanin that they could never have the honor to possess in this reality. My melanin doesn't deserve for them to sentence me. My melanin doesn't deserve to have a judgment of guilty. My melanin is just the pinnacle of how magnanimous they can only pretend to be. I have a privilege to be the best version of who God created me to be, which doesn't give them the permission to make a life-ending decision based on the ignorance they possess internally. Life is a privilege and I deserve mine. Allow my God-given privilege to remain for a lifetime. Allowing their privilege to make a deadly decision will only make them end up on the opposite side of heaven. But dreams are only dreams until reality sets in, because when they looked like me and did like me, that privilege became their end. Their privilege determined I was guilty by association, not association of friends, but association of melanin. My melanin, though a blessing, is seen as a sin. Their privilege always seems to win in the beginning and the end. Oh, that's it.
Yeah. Tammy,
Yeah.
good job. Let's go.
Tammy. All right.
I told you.
Tammy, that was awesome.
She the best. You be freestyling.
Oh, Tammy, let me give you your flowers, boo. That was so good.
Exactly.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
That was so good, man.
Oh my God. Tammy, that was like the quickest.
Tammy, you got to do that on Black History Month, man. Like you need to actually go somewhere on an open mic night and just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like really, like act it out and everything. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah,
I mean, I would love to hear that for real.
yeah.
Like again, with all the juice, with all the juice. You hear me? I'm
Yeah,
talking about
yeah.
because that's a tearjerker right there.
Mhm.
That's good because I just got lost in that.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Put
Yeah,
your feelings into it too. When you read it,
I
put your
swear.
feelings into it.
Yeah, and then yeah, I mean, it's funny because I just decided to do it as we were doing the live. I was like, let me put a poem together right quick. so yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, because we all miss like your poems, First
I
Lady Tammy.
know.
That's my first time.
Oh.
Yeah, that's my first time. That's my first time. I've never heard First Lady Tammy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
writing poetry
I want
is
to
like
hear
an
her
art
again.
for her. Yeah. Shoot, give Tammy 5 minutes. She'll write another poem.
I'm telling you, that's the truth.
Yeah. If he wasn't pressing time, man, I'd be like, yo, Tammy, you know, as much as I want to say encore, right? My encore is like, yo, can you write another one for us? Like, you know, I'll give you 5 to 10 minutes now, Tammy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, right? Classic Tammy. And that's a good way to like to make a comeback, you know, after a long break. Yeah. I could see the poem in Victory Outreach Theater Actors Mode. Yes,
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Woo, I'm telling you.
Man, you know, with that being said, man, this is an awesome way. Yeah, exactly. I gotta close out because of this, man. Damn, Tammy. All right. Let me start off with Dr. Candidate John R.
John R. Let's get it.
Hey, you can find me at Black Wall Street Trading LLC. That's my YouTube channel, or behavioral _ consultant on Instagram, or John Cornelius 8770 on Instagram. You can get me at any one of those spots.
That's what's up. Thank you. Hey, you know what, John? One of these days, like I would like to put you on the spot to like give you an interview, because I need to learn a little bit more about like the trading, the stocks, and all that. Like I do some type of trading, but man, lately I just been slacking though. So I'm gonna need all the help I can get.
Yeah, we'll reach out to you, bro. We got you. We're gonna reach out to you.
Yeah. Thank you, John.
Hey, no problem, bro.
All right.
Thank you, bro.
Let me check in with Queen, because I know she's been busy, right? Queen, are you still here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. You're not asleep. All right.
Yeah. hey, I do not sleep where I'm at. You can reach me at Queen Forever 2K21. You can see me at Knowledge and Relationships platforms. And you can also look out for some collaborations coming up with my homie in Chicago. And check us out in Sharabi, Chicago. Shout outs to her. And yeah, that's it. Have a good night. Great topic. Great discussion.
Lovely. And by the way, I think, let's see, we guys resume the ladies' night stream, right? This Saturday? All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So let me go ahead and shout out, the good homie, the music man, Mr. DJ Eddie King.
Yeah. First of all, man, I want to thank everybody for joining the panel, and those in the chat. I want to thank Brittany Bree for joining the show, and Sherelle, is that her name?
Sherelle, yeah.
Yeah, Sherelle, thanks for joining the panel. You guys can look me up on YouTube, DJ Eddie King on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram, dj.eddie.king. I am the music creator for knowledge and relationships. Please like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. That way you get old videos, new videos, recent videos. Please check us out. Give us a thumbs up. Oh, and also shout out to First Lady Tammy. Shout out to John. Shout out to everybody, man. Everybody. And best in the world, wherever he is. And shout out to this new guy named well, if you know, now you know. Shout out to him too. Shout out to Atlanta Thrasher. Shout out to Kevin. Shout out to all y'all, man. It's too many. Shout out to Queen too. Queen
okay.
too. You know, how could I miss that? Shout out to Queen 2K2, man.
21.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
But go ahead, take it away, man. Take it away.
All right. You know, we got also shout outs to, like, you know, the poetic justice Tammy, right, with that awesome Janet Jackson style type of poem that supersedes that.
Well. Yes, I am First Lady Tammy. You know, you can find me here on Knowledge Relationships. Amazing YouTube channel. You want to subscribe because you have to, because we do amazing things. You want to know about everything we're doing. So if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you're going to be notified when we do anything that we do. You can also find me on Saturdays hosting, but sometimes not hosting. I like last time when Damo was hosting. So I don't mind when somebody else was holding. I'm going to sit back and, you know, just be on the side every now and then. Also, I'm gonna start doing my book corner where I'm reviewing books. So you definitely want to tune in for that. And of course, my poetry, because I love to write poetry. And also I have an Instagram, First Lady Tammy 916. So you can see me here, you can see me there, you can see me anywhere. Thank you to everybody who's tuned in. If you are watching now or if you are watching later, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell.
And how can I forget Dom? Shout out to Dom. I'm sorry about that. Shout out to Dom for joining the panel. You know, Dom, we still got them. We still got them t-shirts, man. Free Dom.
Yeah, free Dom everywhere, because, you know, she's gonna be getting a whole lot of trouble anyways, though. So we gotta free our girl, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gotta say, you know, shout out to all y'all, and you know, I gotta put in, like, you know, give a big shout outs to our newest network manager, Mr. If you know, now you know. Okay, no, if you know, you know.
Yeah, what's up, y'all?
84.
Man, thank y'all we back. We are back. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for tuning in to Knowledge and Relationships. We definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. Thanks for everybody in the comment section. We definitely appreciate and love y'all. We're always gonna be here for y'all, man, with fresh new content. You know, please like and subscribe, definitely. You know, so you can be a part of our adventure, be a part of our experience. You know what I'm saying? Because we definitely are an adventurous experience, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? So yes. And I am the network manager for Knowledge and Relationships. You know what I mean? Check me out at MR If You Know You Know 1984. Once again, MR If You Know You Know 1984. Thank y'all so much for being a part of Knowledge and Relationships. I'm glad that we're back. We got so much content for you this week. We got some guest features, some guest topics. Man, it's gonna be fire. Woo. We bringing that fire for holiday season, y'all. So buckle up. Here we come. In 3, take it away.
Take it away.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for tuning in to Knowledge and Relationships M3 TV News, the streams that always give you the best news, as you know that. So, with that being said, I got to go through my whole list of shout-outs, right? Because we have a whole lot of people that came in and lend their support. Okay, shout-outs to Brittany B. Shout-outs to Sherelle. Excuse me. Shout-outs to K. Marion. Shout-outs to our homie, Atlanta Thrasher. Shout-outs to the other Atlanta person, Atlanta Braves. We personally know him. Shout-outs to Gator Girl 04. Always be giving the peace and blessings, and sometimes be giving the donations. You know, shout outs to who's the other guy? His name was shout outs. Actually, I think that was 2 Kevins, but shout outs to Kevin, right? For tuning in. Shout outs to, there was another person named
OG Patrice.
Well, I was going to shout out, I was going to say the best, but shout outs to OG Produce, because I don't want to forget her as well, too, right? She joined the panel. Shout outs to, John LLC, Black Wall Street LLC. It was one more person. Oh, Chris. Shout outs to Chris Davis, who's also friends with Sherelle. So, shout outs to everybody that tuned in, gave the insight. No, I gave Gator Girl a shout out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Shout outs to you, DJ Eddie. Shout out to Queen Forever 2K21. Shout outs to Poetic Justice, Cross First Lady Tammy, right? Shout outs to Mr. If You Know, You Know, okay? And
John.
yeah, I shout out John already.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think that was all the shouts. I want to make sure I didn't forget no one else. But yeah, and shout outs to all the people who did watch the live stream. Even you didn't comment, but you still gave your likes. So all your likes was definitely appreciated. And so with that being said, right, before you come into any of the live streams, always make sure, especially coming back from a nice long vacation, we all got to make sure we come back with our minds right. Ain't that right, fellas? And First Lady Tammy and Queen. So with that being said, get your minds right, everyone. Stay tuned for the next. Wait a minute. Actually, the next show is Thursday, right, Mr. If You Know, You Know?
Monday, Thursday, y'all, 5:30 Pacific time.
Yeah. The only reason why we did it is like 6 o'clock this time, right? Because my work schedule kind of got like messed up. So, but I think it's because 5:30 will still be good. So,
and 3, what were you asking? What were you asking in 3?
The question is the next show? Next show's on Thursday, right?
No. The next show is this Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
We have a special interview coming up.
Okay. Yeah. All right, we'll talk about like off the stream so I can remember who it is, though. But yeah.
Yes.
All right, no problem. So stay tuned for this Wednesday coming up with a special live interview, y'all. So
yeah.
All right. Thank you, Mr. If You Know, You Know.
Most definitely.
Anyways, with that being said, I'm closing guys out because I gotta get up at 4:30 in the morning, and we are out, everyone. So peace. Later. And we are out here like 5,000, like Andre 5,000. Or is it 3,000? Anyway, who cares? I don't even remember no more. Anyways, peace, everyone.